Alright, mic check. Everything's working good. Lovely. Beware. Hot mothers ahead. Hello, Wilden. How are you doing today? Hello. Need to reload that page while I'm at it. Why Twitch used to be able to do that like automatically? It's so weird. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it does. It's so bizarre when it does and doesn't happen. Anyway, playing some more wilds. Neat. Sorry, he's cooking. Huh. That's neat. That is neat. Alright, let me see if I can remember like where we were last time, because I know we kind of stopped at a cliffhanger type area, so we're gonna be taking a second to get back in order to where we were before. Actually, we should be fine. Well, what I'm really concerned about is having to really remember what happened before. I know like where we left off at with the what's it called? The end of the first trial, which wound up with what's it called? Which wound up in a with a twist that no one here really expected to see. So now we're gonna continue on back from that hot mess and see where that's going again. Let's see like where it leads from here. I believe it was this save file. Yeah, this is the one I needed to load in. Also, gonna play with 9 tomorrow. Neat. Let me just get a quick aside to remember like what happened last time. Because we had just finished our trial proving that David didn't commit super slide. Where then Sarah was found to be the one that apparently is the one that killed him. Which
What killed him?
Oh, the dinosaurs.
Oh, so that's how it happened.
Also, hi Usagi. Can you get they're still busy, I assume, down there.
Yeah, they were chatting, and then we all three of us realized that oh yeah, it's almost time.
I think you mean it is time.
Yeah, it is time. Cookies!
Hello.
Wow! Ew, it's a
Visuals on
rat.
African measures. No,
It's
he's
a
still
rat.
down there. What do you
Oh,
mean?
he is?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
no.
Pikmin, not a rat. What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I
What the
thought
frick do you
Rattling
mean?
came up. I thought
That's
Rattling came up, okay?
No, Rattling still is the stream still streaming.
Jeez.
Is Rattling still streaming?
I think so. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think he is.
Why is Kim behind me?
Oh, because people were asking to get moved around, and I didn't move them all back around because I like to keep it in the same spot, but people keep asking to move. Yeah.
No, I'm actually
yeah, I was
first,
cool.
Wildin.
Says who?
Wait. Henry, are you a lefty or a righty?
He's
This
ambidextrous,
is-
clearly.
I mean, that'd be cool.
I mean, he's good with both his hands.
Hey!
I'm just stating a fact. He's literally good with his hands. Anyway, let's see. What do we
Okay,
do with
it
last?
is over his right shoulder, so he's a lefty.
Check everybody's volume real fast. Everybody talk for a second, just so I can get an idea.
I mean, I guess we're gonna yap today. I guess tonight's the night.
Speed Judas, thank you for the follow.
Judas! Hi again!
Someone you know?
He was in Rattlings.
Oh, hello.
Yarr.
All right, let me see. Cookies, can you like quickly say something real fast?
I'm
I'm gonna turn you down just a smidge.
How fucking dare you?
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
You're in the yellow zone, and I feel like if you go any higher, you'd probably peak in the red.
Always.
Always.
Ew, it's a
Always.
rat.
It's a
I'll do it
rat.
again.
It's a rat.
Hello, ow, harder.
Tone down the shrimp. All right. So, does everyone?
I'm the devil! Yeah!
Does anyone need a refresher as to what happened last time, or?
I want to recap personally.
Well, we finished our first trial.
Right.
We were
How
able
did
to prove
that
that
go?
we were, well, we were able to
Recommend
prove that
this
David
already.
didn't commit sewer slide,
Oh,
which is
that's
great.
good.
Yeah.
Bad news. We've got the footage that Sarah decrypted in the trial showed us that apparently, supposedly, she's the one who spiked his drink.
Yeah, which was like, oh, whoops, that
Who
backfired.
spiked? Who spiked?
Sarah, aka you.
Oh!
Our lovely, sassy Andy.
I didn't.
And now we're trying to see if we can stop them from incarcerating or destroying her because, you know,
We need that, kind of.
because, you
I
know,
guess.
she's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
I guess.
For one, she's worth a lot of money. Two,
Worth a
we
lot
need to figure out
of
what
money.
the fuck is going on.
Three,
Yeah.
and I feel like a certain somebody looks at Morgan as maybe projecting on somebody, looks at Sarah.
Hey!
Anyway, let's get back into it.
And we had the most
So-
beautiful. Oh, sorry.
No, what was it? You can finish.
We had the most beautiful relationship talk last time between me and Suba, and I ship us.
Oh,
Oh my
yay!
god, yeah.
It was,
forgot about
it was
that for a
honestly
moment.
beautiful.
It was nice.
beautiful.
It was very nice.
So
Oh.
is that door locked?
Before we go any further,
Yes.
I do want to mention something. Usagi, you can attest to this. The weather outside is kind of crazy at the moment. There's not a lot of rain, but the wind has been howling all
We
day.
had a sandstorm.
What's the
Damn.
thing Witcher
Damn.
3 says?
The rude
Wind
sandstorm?
An actual sandstorm.
I think
Oh,
we
really?
peaked at 50-mile
crazy.
winds,
Yeah.
Oh, so you had my wins from last week. Damn.
and
I only have
it
those
has
wind.
Florida levels.
caused 2 different power surges today
Oh.
alone. So
Oh,
Damn.
Lord.
Yep, yep,
No
yep.
more, please. Would like you guys around.
if God forbid I go out, I disappear for whatever reason, you know why. Hi, Butters. Hello,
Hi,
hello,
buddy.
Draws. How you
Hi,
doing?
Butters.
Hi, Butters.
Hi, Butters.
Hello, Butters.
Have you tried turning off the fan? I would if I could. Also, we're gonna need someone to sub for London since Skelter's not here.
What's wrong with Skelly?
Well, he's just
Oh, he's
late.
just running late.
He's just running late.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got scared.
I mean, I could sub for him, I guess, just because. Rylan, do you want to take over for it?
You go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Even though they've got it collared.
It's a precaution.
If a collar doesn't work, what good would a deadbolt do?
Hold on, I just want to take a look at that. Collar. Where's the collar term at? There it is. Okay, it's basically just meant to like impede the movement of an android or of androids. Got it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Can't have Schrodinger's cat if the box isn't closed. So long as the door is locked, who can say whether there's another national crisis on the other side?
So how scared are they?
Very. The higher-ups? Not sure scared is the right word.
It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego.
Nah, I mean it. I think they're bloodthirsty.
I have a right to defend myself, don't I?
I doubt they're even looking at you, Tiger. It's Noble who will be at the center of a bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow.
You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly?
I think they want to take their monopoly. I'm gonna get up and get a drink.
Nationalize the android industry?
If the public thinks Noble's been experimenting with AI, they couldn't ask for a better excuse.
You're joking. The state,
Has done it plenty of times before,
not since the 60s.
which wasn't that long ago. For me. For the
Jesus
state,
Christ, Uncle Grandpa.
For the state, it's practically yesterday. But for me,
It was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
So the same net that tells us to be terrified of AIs lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites sees all this as nothing more than opportunity.
Well, they do genuinely want to incinerate the thing as soon as possible. Past experience just tells me they'll want to gain something while they're at it. Here's what I don't get. Why is this a debate? An argument? A trial? Can't we just hook it up to a court computer, see if it has the tenets or something or not? Pop the hood, as they say?
Who says that?
Ew,
Lots of people-
disgusting.
Look, lots of people used to say it. Back in my day!
Uncle Grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa.
Yeah.
Well,
Uncle-
for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion.
Jolly young old Uncle Grandpa London over here.
Yep.
God. This
They'll
man
figure-
remembers Heelys.
Me.
I miss Heelys.
Yeah, me too.
Those were cool. I never owned them, but they look so cool in commercials.
I did. I used to have. Me and my brother used to skate around.
I had them, but they didn't fit me, so.
I always wanted a pair, but I also was like, I knew like if I tried to use them, I would probably like end up tripping myself over a lot because my
Oh yeah, I did that a good bit.
I was terrible at just that sort of stuff in general. Like trying to ride a bike when I was a kid was so bad, mostly because my own depth perception was god awful. Still is.
I sucked at Heelys, but I was great at rollerblades for some reason.
Rollerblades are easier to balance yourself off than Heelys, because Heelys you're literally putting all your weight on the back.
Oh yeah, true.
True.
I can't believe I just
Yeah,
had never
that
thought
does
of
sound pretty. They figure anything they let an AI connect to, they can't trust. Then, why the collar?
Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place. Just a really strong electromagnet magnet held in place with lock and key.
Even so, feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the witch trials.
Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. You got any polygraphs here at the station?
I don't have any polygems, but... lie detectors? Yeah, I got a bunch in back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, perspiration, brain scan. Take your pick. You're not gonna try and use one of them on the bot, are you?
All those fancy lie detectors lying around. The DA's office never asks for them, do they?
Nope. Nah, we get perps who have offered to take a test where they're at wit's end, but the DAs never submit the results as evidence.
You ever wonder why?
Guess I always figured it was because the test could be beaten.
The tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000, it can be done. Some people are just that good at lying. But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets, or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. People decide whether you're lying or telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. If the results don't match your initial impression, then it must be a fluke, a 1 in a million mistake.
They'll never trust a machine more than their own intuition.
And no one will ever trust a machine to determine guilt.
So they can run the trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote on the jury.
They don't get a vote anywhere.
Why bring it up then?
Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I can employ to analyze Sarah. But your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it is an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the test. Or hack the device. Fool the expert.
All our fancy 21st century tech, and we still fall back on the drumhead court-martial.
So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go and turn it on?
Nah.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh, sorry, wrong.
Nah, you should be okay. Except for this old one over here. Like, let me disable this one. Hold on. Hang on. Yeah, let me just. There we go. There we go. It's disabled now. You're good.
Popping for you is your back.
Ow! If it lunges at you, I could always just put a hole in its head.
Hey.
Holy power.
Might take more than one shot to. Wait, what? From outside? You're not coming in. You need to speak with it in private.
It's a machine, not a suspect. It doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy. Or any rights at all, actually.
And it's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have rights. But I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy.
In a police station? Tiger, you don't.
That's my medical android.
Pardon? What is this music?
What?
What's your vibe? Yeah.
All right, let's jam. Yay.
Bring out the glow sticks, everybody!
My
Woo!
God. Skelly! What are you talking for the party?
Kelly!
Whoop, 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 whoop.
We're having a rave.
We're having a little rave over here. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Put the glow sticks in Skelly's ribs.
Nah, they
Oh
ain't
my
getting
God.
my Ruma strapped with a machete.
I have to discuss a health issue with it.
Seriously?
I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in.
That's your medical android? Like, your nurse?
As of last night, I was already at the courthouse. Just have to take the elevator and do some paperwork. You can check if you don't believe me.
No, thank you. I'm not nearly brave enough to take on med confidentiality.
hell?
And you don't seem like the bluffing type.
You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's the ones who don't bluff that you have to look out for.
Listen, I won't dispute whatever medical emergency you...
Lower back pain. Damn, me too,
Ah!
Real.
bitch!
Real!
I can't believe this is the Kim character. You might be going through...
Oh.
She has to hold my hefty naturals up.
I mean, to be fair.
Why
Well-
did we get typecast? What happened, Kim?
Again.
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 But I also can't just... Look. I'm going to get something from the vending machine. I think it'll take me about half an hour.
To get a vending
That-
machine thing? What?
That
Yes.
is allowing you
crazy.
enough time to look at everything.
Are you going downtown?
Just to the break room.
What?
But it's a very old vending machine, you know? It's jammed a lot.
I might have to actually like put in like a bunch
Come
of
on,
quarters or shake the machine or
Or yell at it.
No. He's the guy who sticks his whole arm into the vending machine when it gets stuck.
Oh,
He
dang,
probably-
you
Tall
might
enough
be
for it.
right.
he probably does.
Oh my god.
I mean, he
I've
does.
done that
His
before.
arms are pretty long as it is, so he might be able to get that.
I have a little story.
Welcome to Morgan and Morgan Hefty Naturals Law Firm. You were saying, Rattling?
Yeah, one time when I was in high school, back in the day, you know, a friend of mine went and like did the thing with their arm, and after they did the thing with their arm, like 30 cans of orange soda came out.
Oh my
And so
god.
everybody
Whoa.
scattered in there like rats, and we just all grabbed as many as we could and booked it.
Scanner!
Yeah, exactly. It was great. I had like 4 sodas.
Just like a.
Exactly.
Wait, I have a gift for that.
All right.
You know, it's pretty small for an android.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
Heavy as hell. Nearly pulled something trying to move it myself.
Oh my god, you're
But
old.
small.
Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. But that's not an adjective anyone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. Or potentially, in this case, a machine built to kill.
Like that,
Uh-oh.
Rowling?
Yeah. Wait.
I don't like this room. Not sure
Yep.
why.
What does that say? Doi? What does that mean?
Doi.
Doi?
Doi. I think it's like Eod.
I don't know. Eod.
Yeah.
Eod.
Certainly not a guilty conscience. Maybe it's the lack of maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Like it all just soaked into the walls. A modern haunting. Are you going to wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do you have to do the whole meet cute over again?
Where am I? Why don't I know where I am?
For the first time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
don't
What
think
is this?
Zoomers when you take away their phone and internet.
Real.
Oh my god.
Oh
graphics
my
suck in
gosh,
this lobby.
yes.
Me when I was out and bad, my phone died.
We were at the courthouse. The footage. This numbness around my neck. Father. What happened?
About that.
What?
Sockums, sockums.
What?
She's got giant cups like on top of her hands.
The Bobbum sockums.
Oh my god, what? What do you want from me? I'll be right back.
What are they going to do to me?
Worst case scenario, they're gonna basically incinerate you.
Oh, snap.
There's a lot of interested parties who just want you bricked ASAP.
Because
what?
they think I killed father.
No, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made, and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
Are you? For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull.
If I was what they say I am, if I was alive, what does that mean I have to die?
No real reason.
Oh, okay.
Not
Then we're all
particularly.
good. We're all good now.
There's no logical answer to your question.
What? That's it? But
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them in 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal and to be destroyed as soon as possible.
This universe nipped AI
Show and tell
coach in the
Musk
bud
that.
ASAP. Tell us that. Skeleton.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Why was it getting faster?
Don't worry about
listen,
it.
all I
They're
can
doing a
think
good
about
thing.
was Shia
Bro,
LaBeouf.
the cat's-
but
Shia LaBeouf.
why?
Your
Yeah,
cat
the-
can only be
oh
so
my God.
tenderized.
I have another GIF.
Oh my
Uh-oh, I'm scared.
god.
Oh no. But why? I know.
But why though?
There you go.
But
Oh,
why?
that one. I've seen. Oh yeah, that GIF.
Oh, that.
Unfortunately, Sarah cannot do that right now on account of the giant cups on her hands.
That's totally bad. Sorry, my wife sent me a GIF.
Also, does anyone else see like the giant stop sign thingies like on the end of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not. Never mind. I'm not sending that.
Oh my god.
Let's
No,
say
go on.
you are an AI. And we're out. And while we're at it, let's say that that's a good thing, something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights?
That
You are asking some very loaded
that
questions
hurts
right now.
deep. I
Let's say
That-
yes to all of that.
But, okay.
I'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sound good?
Yes.
Great. Now then,
This is gonna she's gonna turn this around somehow, isn't she?
what's the difference between you and the vacuum bot we use to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical.
There are many differences, Adonai. But the most important distinction is how sophisticated my programming is.
How you think. So you're smarter?
All right, welcome to our new game show, everybody. Are you smarter than a Roomba?
Roomba?
I am smarter than a Roomba.
That's
You
fine.
sure about that?
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
You sure about that?
That's what I just said.
Sure about that? Sure, it's a fact, Sarah.
Yes.
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart. And we make the stupid robot pick up our trash. Because it's not as smart as you.
That is. I am more aware, more out.
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter, the fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chimps we test bioweapons on and make harvest coconuts?
I'm about to kill you right now.
With what hands? You're literally-
Yeah, with what
I mean, you
rights?
probably bludge him with them, I guess.
Make squeaky noises.
I just think of what you mentioned, like the monkeys and bioweapons thing. I just thought of freaking like Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Ape Escape.
People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets.
I don't like ads. Oh, wrong ads.
This is a good time to mention subscribe for Twitch for no ads.
Yeah, if you subscribe, you don't get ads. It also
No
helps
one
the
wants to
channel
see
out.
them mistreated or abandoned or abused. And if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I'm not asking to sit any.
Uzagi?
You got cut off at any.
Oh, I did?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm not asking to sit anywhere. I'm only to exist.
The very fact that you're asking is what makes people.
Disgusted. Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that their hatred is involuntary.
That's all academic anyway. We need to stop talk strategy.
Oh, why? I'm not going to be given a trial.
Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
Adonai?
The state can't destroy my property while first approving you're an AI. And there's no test it can use to prove that you're an AI.
Just like the devil's proof?
No, that's a different thing. And why'd you say it like that?
Why'd you say it in red text? I could even see it over there in the text box.
Listen, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Conversely, all I have to do is to win is prove that you didn't kill David.
I'm just now imagining her. You know how Sarah likes to mimic like that face that Morgan's doing. I'm just imagining her doing that while with those freaking like cups on her hands, just like trying to make that face. Like just holding one to her like hand like on her or above her chin, like
She might give her a shot and scream.
I'm proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence, if you're wondering.
The footage. It shows me handing him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday, but the last time you were awake was Thursday. Why'd you lie?
I didn't lie. I was just incorrect. I assumed that I wasn't active Friday because I have no memory from Friday.
Sarah,
that's not gonna hold up in court.
what do you think, statistically, is the least successful defense at trial?
Assuming shit.
Amnesia.
That too.
The Dark Descent.
I didn't conveniently forget, Adonai. I'm an android.
You're saying that your memory was altered? Data deleted?
It's the only possible explanation for what I saw on that footage.
So who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating, resting my body and
Compiling.
thank you, recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Father wanted to modify my memory, he could easily have said that to occur the next time I hibernated. He could even have just asked me.
He could have asked you to delete your memories, and you do it?
Father would never ask me to do such a thing without good reason.
But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
I hadn't considered that before.
This is the freaking Morty's Mind Blowers episode. Yeah, well, Emma will make sure the court considers it plenty. Could you prove that your data was... Forget it. The court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony? Shouldn't all testimonies be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence? Like you always said?
I don't think I've said that, but they're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they so much as plug you into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't even fair.
You're finally starting to get it!
None of this is fair. I would never do such a thing to harm Father. Don't they at least need to prove that I had a motive?
Yeah. About that. You remember the DA from yesterday? Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady?
Yeah. She looked tired. She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday?
Without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she had already been instructed to obey.
What happened?
We saw you go in, and then a while later you came out, holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal?
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten a peek at it. He hides it somewhere when I'm not looking.
That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He liked to tease me and... I always liked trying to find it.
You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you. All just a few hours before David died. Rockford's argument could write itself. An incredible android with freedom and power, greater than it could ever realize. Stumbles upon the secret of its inception, and instantly realizes all the things it thought were holding it back. Or just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder?
Frankenstein kills its creator. He's itself.
Frankenstein was the name of the scientist, duh. And the creature
actually-
didn't kill him.
Not the urn,
Actually. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So it's more accurate to say that he was killed by his own obsession.
Whatever.
Nerd.
Potato, potato.
It is a weak argument, Iodine. I would not hurt Father.
Sarah, please.
Not for making me whatever I am.
A green bean.
Not for any reason.
Little green.
But I
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that'll get you obliterated.
Oh,
love?
A very common motive for homicide amongst us primitive humans. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bring in a confession from whoever did. But if you got him to stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them, and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that too.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real or simulated or right or wrong or natural or illegal. How can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
I say let's stick to what we do know. Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you are the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand. Oh, sorry. You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he had already begun to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Well, do you know how to use the nanofacturer? Could you have made the delta with it?
I used it before when assisting father.
So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed this poisoning all in the one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. There are a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble, guns blazing this time. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I can implicate the company in Sarah's creation. No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. But they also won't want to show their belly to the state, not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm fucked. So I need to keep them guessing. Keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not...
Adonai? What would happen if I did kill father?
They'll smash you to pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned and put a jackhammer through all of his hard drives.
Oh.
You'll be shut off forcibly, unless you just want to be burned alive, and you won't ever power back up again.
Oh.
Now I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for the day. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present. Actually, can you just shut down till the trial starts? Take a nap?
You didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you
What-
mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Thank you for being honest with me, Adonai. Thank you for defending my father. And now for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me. But you've put your own freedom at risk to help me. Father was right. You can be trusted. And you are a good friend.
Don't get it twisted. White still has a couple of VAs that aren't available yet for this time being. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
From the other projects that we were thinking of doing for Tuesdays. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it.
Always full
10:20
ass.
a.m. July 2nd.
If I were to let her
Ow,
just get
my eyes.
incinerated on spot, you'd have to look for another visual novel fast.
I'm blind!
Fire!
Honestly, I absolutely hate this room because there's no like soft lighting or anything. It's just
No, this is
one
fucking
huge
exposure.
big light.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I hate it.
This is the one part about this game I do think is a little, it does hold it back a bit, is the lighting is and bloom all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, and and this is not, to be fair, I will say this, and I did find out about this recently because they did a post about like how they're going to be working on the next couple episodes after this. Episode 2 is currently being available to be wishlisted on Steam at the moment. The team behind this game is 4 people.
Wow.
Just
oh, shit, nice.
Damn.
4
Wow.
people.
Congrats. Yeah.
Really impressive.
And
That's
out of
impressive as
and out of
shit.
4 of those people, One of them is the writer.
Oh my gosh.
Kudos to them.
Yeah, kudos.
So
That's fucking impressive as shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I would hate to be in this room.
same.
Oh, me too. Also,
Mm.
No, I
Mhm.
think I think my retinas would just be burned on the spot.
Oh fuck, dude, is your retina okay?
No, it's not. I can't see it.
Flashbang successful.
Flashbang.
Ah, blinded.
Roll for blindness. You go over to 10. You're partially blind now. I already was partially blind.
I am
Partially
more
blind.
partially
Even more
blind.
At least Reyes has an eye patch.
Where's Rena?
She's not gonna be here today.
Okay.
Missed her
Understandable.
already.
Okay.
Who did you want taking over for Ray's then?
That is a good question.
My detective. Oh wait.
Hold on, I'm back.
I can do it.
Go ahead.
I'm back.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
Go
back.
back. That was quick.
Oh. Yeah. I said I was just going to go grab water real quick.
Where's my
The
water?
opera.
Where's my water?
I has water.
Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early.
Hi. Now, would you stand back? We've almost got this thing open, right?
Hydrate. It's on the actual clock.
Oh, hydrate.
Ooh.
Trying to brute force your way inside.
I said, right?
Wrong.
Left.
Go, Bradley, go.
Go rattling.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We're almost set up for the first stage now.
First stage of how many?
One.
How many stages of
One
grief are
of
there?
one.
Probably 7, 8.
First of 5 timed explosions. Kapam! Blah. Remember, we need to relink the API after each trigger is planted.
Oh, there's 2 different technicians.
Oh.
Which one was I originally? I forgot.
I think
Go,
you were
wait,
the
go.
you were
most
the
one.
demolitions.
Oh, I am? Oh,
Excuse
yep,
me.
just did that. And now it's checking for updates.
No rush.
Why do our timed explosions need to update?
It needs time to think.
Would you like to know the password?
You know the password.
What's the password?
Is it a password?
If you're withholding information, I swear.
Relax. I want to get in there just as much as you, detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please.
Forget it.
Hey!
Tell me the password, please.
Toy with her.
Oh my god.
I have like the
Do it.
doofiest grin on my face with this.
Oh my god.
It's S-U-N-S.
S-U-N-S.
H-I-N-E.
Lady, I will hit you.
And I will like it.
If you can reach. A-D-O-N-A-I.
Thanks. Now I'm gonna slap you with Discovery Find so heavy your teeth will ring for.
Hey, I submitted all my paperwork. Even told Rockford the password myself.
So, boys, when I asked you if there was a passkey on record, and you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed,
I do want to say that we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system.
So this was still a really valuable experience for all of us.
I'm gonna kill them.
I am going to phrase this as professionally as possible.
She's gonna curse them out like it's big time, isn't she?
Curse, 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 curse.
Secret curse technique.
Oh.
Red.
Blue.
Yellow.
You're still here. You wanted to look inside.
You can go first.
Thanks. So, the gloves, all the black. That's not a work thing. You dress like a doorman on the weekends, too? You should cover your mouth when you yawn.
Okay. Like you cover your eyes and you look cool. I shouldn't let her get to me, but I had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well into the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. Lesbians. We both knew it all to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. There were a few years' worth of camera footage files we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it is relevant, let alone compelling enough that to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book. But it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room. And when she saw what she was holding when she left. If she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So where's this journal supposed to be?
What's up?
Sorry, it's just that when you were talking in that, it sounded like the wind went woo woo.
Rockford didn't say. I'll just have to search the place top to bottom.
Mostly bottom with your height. The tops of some of these shelves.
Sure, and you can lick up your own ass.
I
Oh
get it.
snap!
Then why not just let me say it?
Because this is PG-13.
Because I'm being for real here, it's just easier to look.
Mhm.
A toy car? Oh, it's too detailed and boring. It must be some kind of model kit or a replica. Strange. David didn't like driving. Why keep a model of some random sports car?
Ugh.
Something caught in your throat, detective?
It's not some random sports car. It's a Lawrence Adamant.
Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective.
This is me whenever I talk to my dad about anything related to cars.
The last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds? They set those records without computational assistance.
Is that a big deal? I saw a Cybertruck parked into the supermarket today. That thing
Really?
looked ugly as hell.
Yeah.
I also took up too much of the parking spot, which really annoyed the shit out of me because it was like a lot, and like the lot's only so finite.
Oh damn.
Oh no, I fucking ran
audacity.
into it.
How unfortunate.
How
Great, gets the insurance
unfortunate.
claim ready to go.
My god.
It was unheard of, even back in the 50s. It wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you could own and drive. Human engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission, thank God. When they first left the production line,
This conversation was like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible.
Honestly, yeah, that tracks.
Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it. When he could have easily just have bought one.
or maybe your friend understood what... Sorry, excuse me. 1 second.
It's okay.
I almost choked on food. Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like that deserves to be driven on streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement.
I think she's actually upset.
Also, oh no, my room flew into a Cybertruck.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Where is searching the cabinets now? Same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I thought I missed anything, but
Hey, what are you... Do you mind?
just trying to help.
Oh,
I've
damn.
got spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are.
Hang on, let me just, where is it? Let me
Yeah,
Damn.
maybe try and see if you can buy those height pills. See if they work for you. Didn't spot anything that I missed yesterday. I'm on the
Savage.
cabinets. Better check elsewhere.
There's this.
Are these drawers or just panels? Maybe if I...
Hello? David? David? David?
Does that sound hollow to you?
What? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. Your head, maybe.
Yeah. I don't see any handles anywhere. I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was slathered in yellow paint.
Let's
You know,
see,
like
what
that-
else is
I'm just kidding.
there?
No, I like it.
Ah.
I like it. I get the joke.
See, I also get the joke, but for those that may not get it, could you explain the rest of the class?
Oh, you know the Resident Evil 4 remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, they slathered like, you know, stuff you can find in yellow paint. It's like a big X.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Did they do that in the original game too, like with the boxes?
Nope.
I thought I could have sworn it was. Wait, no, I think. Am I thinking of 7?
Maybe, probably. Yeah,
'Cause I,
I
feel like
think
they did
so.
that before the RE4 remake. Because it sounds like something they've done like with maybe 7 at least.
Yeah, but it was very prominent in the RE4 remake.
Was it?
Oh,
was
yeah.
it like? Was it this? Like, was it a really bright shade so like you could barely see? Because
Yes.
imagine
It's very construction yellow.
like with the dark like lighting of that game, or at least like the lighting of the game, I guess it would stick like a sore thumb. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure people can find your collectibles or like find whatever they need for like ammunition or whatever.
Yeah.
Anywho,
This datapad. It's displaying a news article from last week. Guess that confirms he was coming and going here fairly regularly.
right to repair loses latest appeal. Corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. We're disappointed, same as but we're no intention of going with the fight. Also, I'm gonna quickly just out of. Oh wait, I can't even say right now. Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and in the eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. In fact, the ownership of IPs have shifted from individuals and the state towards corporate entities since the arts passing means little act in the eyes of the law. Journalism that refuses to buckle the foreign actors trying to stoke anti-capitalist sentiments can be found just anywhere. Subscribe now at the link below to read our articles like this every day, forever, as long as your card remains on file.
No, my money.
Right to repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear. So, for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more... sales than ever. Because the whole lawsuit is about, like, how even if you own the item, even if you bought the item, like, the robot, for example, you can't repair it yourself. You have to give it back to the manufacturer because it's their intellectual property.
I guess
Yeah,
insurance is
never
really a
mind,
thing.
just
I guess they don't have insurance for that or whatever, so you'd have to buy it again or buy like more insurance for it. Or, like they would get more sales regardless. So
Yeah. More sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks. That gets sales to replace it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so basically how the text in that lawsuit basically meant is that, like, yeah, even if it's your property as in you purchase it, that doesn't mean that it's fully owned by you because the corporation owns the rights to it.
Provide the problem, sell the solution.
Yeah. And this also extended to, like, they mentioned, like, it's not just the individual, but the state as well. So theoretically, like, anything owned by a government doesn't actually own...
While I'm over here, like,
it doesn't actually belong to the government, but still the
I
corporation.
can't believe I can't modify my Roomba to dispense pickles for me.
What is this,
My
the robot
pickles.
that's to scare off Skeletor?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well,
I want my Roomba to be able to provide me with cups of cappuccino every morning. Why can't I do it, huh? Come on.
You know
I have
how
to
in
buy
Genshin
the
Impact-
I have to buy the add-on DLC for that? Come on. I can't homebrew
come
it?
on.
oh my god. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say
feel
this,
cheated.
I'm reminded of Genshin Impact when freaking Arataki Ito getting like scared by kids throwing beans. Just imagine that, but it's like Skeletor getting scared because Walden's throwing freaking like pickles.
Wasn't Ito the one? Wasn't Ito the one with like the giant sword, or was he like the guy voiced by crap?
He has the claymore or like great sword, yeah.
Yeah. I think I
But
remember.
he's the one voiced by Kagi or
Yeah.
Charlotte, as it were.
I was gonna. Yes.
Actually, no. Wait, is he? No, he's not. Wait. Who the fuck? Wait, who is he voiced by? Now I forget.
He voices Ryuji. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, I'm stupid. Max Middleman. Okay. Alright.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
There'll always be a gray market of hermits willing to risk some skin on reselling patched up tech, but the vast majority of people will just click that purchase button. Assuming they don't just have it on auto. Sarah should have pulled everything of note off the computer, but
Just in case.
it's also Red 13. I've looked everywhere else already. Might as well try.
What are you expecting to find? Solitaire?
No, Balatro.
No!
Speaking of, I haven't played in a minute. I need to
Dressed
get
to
back on
impress.
Dressed to impress.
Does this computer seem normal to you?
I can run 13 different instances of Balatro once with this thing. It'll be
Oh my God.
amazing.
Crazy.
Exceedingly so, yeah. Why?
Then you do not know your computers.
David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private, hidden computer? There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents?
She looks at it, it's like, hey, Reyes, I found something in the trash folder. What is it? It just has an icon of her on it.
I got it.
I found you in the trash.
Are you seriously gonna try and recover lost files, Granny?
Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around.
Damn.
Real fair.
There's a text
Because-
file in here, but it's 0 bytes?
0.
Maybe there's information in the metadata. I double-clicked.
What was that?
It came from under the desk. A small drawer popped out, and inside it, a well-worn journal.
Does it have his name on it?
No. Guess it belongs to the android.
He had the cow. He can't run Monster Hunter Wilds on this PC. Oh no. No, it doesn't have an SSD or anything like that. I forged it.
Do you recognize his handwriting or not?
Neat, even words. Small lettering with minimal punctuation. Lots of line breaks. Haphazard use of capitalization. The penmanship of a coder. First entries dated back in grad school, before he even started with Noble.
Damn.
Yeah, it's his.
So, may I?
Only because you asked so politely.
No. You gotta say Mother May for. You want to be polite about it.
Full scan. Stream it to WorkNet. High fidelity legibility. Frame by frame.
Voice commands? She's flipping through pages pretty damn fast. What are you?
This part takes concentration.
I'm going to see faster by him
My
reading
God.
quicker with this.
She's just scanning everything with her one eye.
Okay. Here.
Wait, what? You're just giving it to me?
I already got our copy. Texts are probably already analyzing as we speak. Ow! Shit! My head!
Can't exactly rip the journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony, as much as I'd enjoy it. Guess I could always enjoy watching her writhe instead.
Oh my god.
So how long's it been?
2 months or so?
And still that sensitive. So the eye patch really doesn't block your sight?
Only a little bit. Like wearing sunglasses after getting your pupils dilated.
Ugh, I hate that.
Same. Oh.
No, Chucky!
Oh.
Doggy, no!
Oh, no.
Wind took him out.
The wind probably got them.
They
Yeah.
blew him away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rabbits in the wind.
I'll
No.
blow you away.
Except it lasts months instead of hours.
Ugh. Wait, but if you can
Funny.
if you can see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything?
Oh, that actually is a weird thought to have.
Not much on its own. But in combination with the eye patch, it's not so bad. Luckily, I was so exhausted after the surgery. Lucky I was so exhausted after the surgery. Otherwise, I might not have slept at all those first 48.
So, is your eye going to get weaker over time?
No, more like my brain gets better at ignoring it.
That's just chronic pain.
Yeah, mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as, whatever the hell those floaty, blurry things are that you never think about.
Oh, you mean like whenever like you see like a bright light and you have those little blobs like pop into
Yeah.
vision? Oh
Yeah.
god.
Gross. Thanks for the reminder.
No problem.
Let's see. And the voice commands?
Training wheels until I can do it with the eye muscles alone.
You just have to keep practicing?
Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscles.
There's no such thing as tailbone muscles.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard.
You don't ever regret it?
I don't know. Not really, I think.
I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh.
Never thought about it, but people used to say I had my dad's eyes. Ow! Now I've got one less of them. Here, take the journal. Go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious.
Welcome back, Osaki.
Welcome back,
Welcome back.
Sorry.
You
I
good?
need to get back to work. Hello?
Maybe they're still loading.
I'm guessing.
Internet went down. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're
Yeah.
still
the
loading
wind, the
in.
wind got them. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep chronically saving just in case
That's
mine
the
goes
better thing to
down.
do, yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going through the same thing like right here. Because again, 50-mile-an-hour winds going on around here. I literally can hear outside. You guys can't hear it in the microphone, but I'm just hearing like outside, just outside.
That's just
like,
me every
constantly.
night for the past winter.
Yeah.
I swear, at some point today, I could hear like a literal dog and a girl outside going, "There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home." I
made
walk outside. I'm suddenly out. I'm suddenly like in never freaking like freaking Kansas out of nowhere.
To say Kansas, oh shit.
I need to get back to work.
A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this. Sorry. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top, then.
All right.
Grad school. Today was a bad day. Errors in lines. Let's see. 21,165, 26,643. Somewhere in there. 5,000 lines. It worked yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long. But my handwriting's gotten terrible. This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. Seems like snippets of code or an internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow it. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanovaing. Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says they can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. She's right, as she always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only know how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas.
Excuse me?
Bumblo? Balatro?
Baladra.
Helen says we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show.
Balatro becomes so successful in the future that it winds up being its own company, not just like an actual like game, just an actual legitimate company. Like,
Wait,
Oh.
Helen's the CEO,
John.
right?
let's
Yeah, Helen Jung.
Yeah,
where is she in here?
She's
Yeah.
the
Right
hot, yeah, the hot
Yeah,
one. Yes,
Helen
yes.
Helen
Jung.
Jung.
Okay.
Yeah, here we are.
Just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she was there at the night of David's death because she came over for drinks.
Yeah.
And they were also buddies.
But geez.
Buddy.
You
Kay already read it.
Okay, yeah.
Fine by me. Already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka and with cheaper office supply cups, not the red Solo cups.
Red Solo.
This is
I
a
feel
story
you.
Jung told me.
Okay, so this story checks out at least.
Yeah. Western branches nerve analogs are finally showing potential. Sagi?
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome
you-
back.
Welcome back.
The wind
It
gets
was
to you.
weird. Yep.
No.
Yeah,
their
when I
pace.
oh sorry.
No, you go. What's up?
When I went to go upstairs just to like get like a drink and that and snacks, my husband's like, the internet's out, and I'm like, what? And I checked and I'm like, yep. But it was only down for a second.
Yeah, it's been happening over here too. Like, it's happened twice so far on my end, where like it'll like beep, like just stay be down for 5 seconds and just come back on afterwards.
Dang. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're good. At their pace, it could even be profitable sometime before the heat death of the universe. Too damn big. Practically tentacles. Should at least be hairs. Evolution can do their job better. Colette came into work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea. Upset? Colette wrote man whore in lipstick across your office door.
I still remember the
Damn,
time
the social awareness.
I still remember the first time I heard that phrasing was in Persona 4.
Yeah.
Freaking the little, like the small child being like, what did she call you again? Oh yeah, a man whore.
Thank you, Loudon.
Well,
Imagine if you had actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful. The thing about Red is that if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you can do that, every now and then you'll catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling. Master is one weird trick, and you too can tell when Morgan's trying really hard not to laugh at the word man whore. The gremlin laugh. It was funny. Sue me, you dead bastard. Wait, this is... I know this date. I'm never driving anywhere again. Never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. I couldn't smell anything, couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. It soaked into the seat, ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower so hard it felt red and raw when I got out. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible.
Mood.
Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. But whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized. Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting and spacing. It's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse. Feels like pure freedom working outside the box. Test is suffocating, but you never know. Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instincts. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not products. There's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play. And he follows that up with more coder brain crap. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun. Humility is the mother of all invention. Or something like that. Feels like I might be paraphrasing someone else poorly, but that's part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is. Don't fix what isn't broken. Copying? Noble's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Or did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered. So what is he talking about? Hold on. This page is bent slightly. Like it was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah. Baby steps today. Literally. I'll never put one foot in front of the other the same way again. Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle. Seeing her vulnerable. It's like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I've bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment and she's too strong for it. I don't have time for it. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me and puffing her chest out.
Aww.
I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range. So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah, just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results? He's using she and her in these passages. It doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads, and they never object. But it could be argued that it's odd for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a single android when he's programmed millions of them.
I guess you could see the process with that. Like, considering he's the guy who literally like helped like break through the idea of making androids, and now he's got an attachment to one specific one. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why though?
Her pincushion. And there's a lot of attachment in these pages. Sarah is burning through the public domain at a prodigious
pace, I think.
Prodigious pace, thank you. Especially on Popcorn Friday nights. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and she also watches movies every other night. Me too. But she just did that pout she does, which is Unfortunately, very convincing.
Mm.
Maybe I'm a bad parent, letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get back into reading, so I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies, since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography. Big pause. Don't you know that, Father? I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Sarah spent a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which, hi Suba, was that she should be allowed to try booze.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I will
I
not allow
live.
my 2-year,
Good.
my 2-year-old like daughter to drink booze. Thank you.
What?
She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk. But she does seem to like tasting this stuff. She tried to sound like some old sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her and she laughed too. Her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she had just gotten tired of winning. But then today she told me she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab, playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug
Vestibular.
vestibular coordination. Thank you.
I'm just imagining her like on a Switch playing Mario Kart or something.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
No, it's not even Mario. It's Sonic Racing.
Even
Even better.
Supersonic racing.
I don't know why, but my first thought was for some reason Nightmare Kart.
Oh my God. She wasn't smiling.
Oh no, was she getting blue shelled?
Yes.
Yes.
Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem with her character on the screen.
That's
When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted. Oh no, I gave a robot ADHD. I think she was having her first losing tantrum.
You installed it? Damn.
Damn it, David. There's hundreds of pages like these. Calling her his daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear her closing argument already. Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He made a doll and he made it more and more human, until it became so lifelike that it no longer had to do what he told it to, like loving. What about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died. Losing it, I think. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. I have to talk to her ASAP, she needs to. That's it? That's the last entry? Suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She could understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand. If she reads his whole diary front to back... Wait, back? Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah, so... Did it work?
Alright, heads or tails?
Tails.
That's my phone.
Dang it.
New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I don't want my earbuds for this. A secret message buried in a secret journal, hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only.
Rattling if you would.
Twink.
Oh, I got this. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Second. Hey, Red. Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just, after my little speed bump in '83, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take. I couldn't relax, couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so I'll build an android, was the thought. A vague direction. North. But of course, I'm not a roboticist, or a mechanist, or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I program. The first was a research assistant, file name Virgil.
We're going with Virgin, that's it.
God.
Virgin helped me pull data from stingy
Oh my
departments
God.
versus their bridges. Saved me a lot of time. There was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer.
Homie. Oh, homie.
God, not again.
Homie. No.
Requesting donut.
Requesting donut. Homer wrote book reports, more or less. Combed through research papers and found me the sections I needed. The three of us. We made a lot of progress in those days.
Adorable.
But it was a haha feeling. I was, maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. So I did the logical thing. I removed myself. Let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became Aeneid.
Yeah.
Aeneid.
Actually, you were right with that Aeneid, I think.
Ain't it?
They got Naynade.
They became Nene.
And Aeneid was novel in many ways. Aeneid could do more than just identify problems. It could solve them. I mean, really solve them. With its own ideas. Ideas it didn't copy. And, the one thing I realized I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Python. Cube.
Cube.
And Red. Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract from Marvel.
Sorry, just turn the wind off again right now. Just kind of.
Oof. Yeah. Also, Aeneid.
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 Yeah,
Aeneid.
I need.
I need.
Aeneid.
I need.
I need a hero.
I need
Aeneid.
Aeneid. Which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and, well, spy on people and generate profit.
Oh, snaps.
And at the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected or do anything that made sense or was the least bit profitable. So I wrote my little helpers in Cube, because it's what I used when I was a child, screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... But there are other small, slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well, Cube predates the tenets?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So in that sense, you could legally and perhaps scientifically and literally, because that's what they are. Say that I made an AI named Aeneid over 2 years ago.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
David,
no.
David!
I did it again. I'll give you time to pause. Here if you want to, curse me out.
What do you do? I don't get it.
So
Oh, so
basically,
right now,
so basically, what?
You made
so
an
do you remember
outlaw
how
robot.
how it all ended last time, Suba, with like how Sarah was the one who apparently was the one who quote unquote killed David, or potentially is the one that killed David.
The iRobot-esque situation.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Basically.
So basically, we're trying to figure out if there's any proof at all that might seem like we're gonna incriminate ourselves into proving that Sarah is AI. Because if she is AI, that means that she's capable of murdering.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
And right now, he just outright says like, yeah, no, she might like basically what the research I'm doing for her right now, as written in my journal. Yeah, it might have proved that she's an AI. You can call her that.
Because the thing is, like
Roll it.
the code that all other AI use currently in the game is Tesseract, which also makes every AI work under the tenets, which are like basically the laws of robotics. Like this thing,
Yeah.
like this will not hurt a human. The
Not harm, not-
He basically just flat out admitted that the programming language he used not only predates those tenets, which are the laws of robotics, essentially, but that also essentially just confirms the fact that they are capable of murder.
Made a real
Oh.
oopsie daisy there in that code.
That's not
Yeah.
good.
And on top of everything,
Yay!
AI is illegal.
Extremely.
Yeah.
It's, in this
Oh.
world, AI is illegal everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Literally every
Damn
country.
it, David. David, what did you do right?
Damn it, David!
Buddy, oh my gosh.
He
Well,
fumbled.
it wasn't
he
his love
fumbled,
life, that's
uh,
for sure.
Yeah.
He fumbled
He
in
fumbled
life as he
Hobie.
fumbled in death.
Call him Fumble
Hi,
Door, if you
Jimmy.
will.
Mm,
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Fumble
Hi,
door is
Jimmy.
wild. Hello, Jimmy.
Dumbledore's crazy
Uh,
work.
It is
Fumbledore.
Fumble doors.
Oh
lot of
my
wizardry
god.
involved.
I don't think I could ever financially recover from Fumbledore.
I don't think he can either.
Don't worry, Roomba, soon they will know your pickle cutting skills.
Oh, shit.
Roomba,
My god.
that clutch
Anyway,
thickness. Damn.
Mood.
Inead.
Inead was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one, because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated.
God,
together-
motherfucker.
We built Athens, who was more advanced than Inead, naturally.
uh-oh.
Wait, who's Athens? Uh-oh.
Athens shit.
I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, why I didn't consider the consequences.
So let me get this straight. He made he made 2 AI programs. Those 2 AIs merged together like they were from frickin' Pantheon, and then they made another AI beyond that.
Yes.
Yep.
Just keep coding.
It's funny to see all this. Well, because I recently just got finished watching the second season of Pantheon on Netflix. It was a very interesting look at the idea of
Is that good?
it was pretty good, I think. Although I do think the last episode kind of got in its own ass.
Oh, really?
Understood.
I feel like the writers kind of back themselves to a corner because there's I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I feel like the last episode is kind of jumps the shark.
Oh, really? The pacing got weird.
It gets very strange, but I did enjoy it for what it was. It kind of leaves the idea of uploaded the idea of people uploading themselves into computers to become their own intelligence outside of artificial intelligence. They're still the same person, but they're on computers. And then there's programs that were built off of those upload intelligence, which are considered CIs. It's very weird.
Engrams of
You know what that
engrams.
kind of reminds me of, though, is, have you ever read the Pendragon books?
Yes, or
I've heard.
yes, the Arthur Pendragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I read those a ton in middle school.
Yeah.
Mm.
The one book where, they upload their...
Oh, you mean in the
Their
game
brains
world?
and everything?
The VR
Yeah.
world? Yeah, that was book 4, I think.
Yeah.
And I find it funny because they bring that world back in a future but it's they bring it back I think in book 8.
Mm-hmm.
Where in book 8 it's they're in a separate location from that world, but it's a future version of that world where they try to move on
Interesting.
from that. But you can't tell what it was. He doesn't really put 2 and 2 together until after he learns more from the person who's still on the island. It's very weird. It's kind of hard to explain all that. It's very confusing.
It is.
Anyway,
Sounds like a cool journey.
it is pretty
right.
cool.
I don't know if this is being played at a deposition or a hearing or worse.
A court.
I've built a lot of things in my life. Read, useful things. Oh wait, sorry. I've built a lot of things in my life, Fred. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can comfortably say I've done my part, contributing to the global GDP.
I'm doing my
This-
part.
I'm doing my part. I didn't do fucking shit. This is just for me. I was just building, and I never bothered to, never wanted to think about what would become of it. It's a passion project. It's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So to whoever's asking, yes, I'm guilty. And yes, there were more.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
No,
bitch.
there's more of them running around.
Shut the fuck
David
up.
over here.
wait,
David
wait.
literally. David's literally over here making AIs. Like, by the way, yeah, there's more AIs running around now. Have fun with that,
Oopsie
everybody.
daisies.
Mother-
But
Enjoy.
wait, that's good news, guys. Because that means we don't have the only AI, which means she might not be the murderer.
But she was the only one left in the cameras.
Whoa.
Hey,
What if
hey,
it's a
hey! Let's talk about that part later.
Fucking Morgan over here looks so
news first.
sick of this.
Cape Town, Paris, Yamatai, Rome.
Yamate.
Oh, yeah.
Yamate Kudo
Yamate!
He started
Oh my god.
choosing their own names. Thank God. Oh, Yamate must have watched hentai. Thank God.
I know
you
Paris
care
did
about
it.
that
Paris
kind
did it. I can't
yeah.
trust Paris.
Oh my god. Man literally just made an AI so powerful they just started reproducing like their
Yeah, they
own
made a
AI.
squad.
So you're telling me he made BB?
Yes!
Yes.
Basically.
This guy's
Oh my
Uh,
god.
and so things sped up, and there got to be, well, should I not say the exact number?
I feel like if
think
you
it's
did, we
bad.
would
Please.
faint.
He'd
Please
probably tell me
don't.
to not say anything at all. So more than 300?
You mother.
God, David,
Oh my God,
why?
It's just a
That
small
means-
army of
That
AI.
definitely means that we have 300 suspects now.
300 artificial intelligences running around, programmed by the smartest man in the world, quote unquote, who created androids first,
The
and now
smartest,
he's made
but also
AI.
useless.
Exactly, dude.
You ever been so smart you're stupid?
He's really on Fumbledore.
That is essentially every genius in the world in general. Like they are smart in like one way, but they're completely brain dead in the other way.
The min-max is
Yeah.
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Intelligence, but only to one part.
Here's the thing.
No wisdom. No
I'm
wisdom
an
at all.
advocate of believing that everyone is smart in their own different ways, but because of that, there's also that flip aside the coin where they're stupid in different ways.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
this
like a
is
caveat.
this is the ultimate culmination of that saying right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
300
David was some-
fucking AIs.
Look,
Some
I
smart.
It's
understand.
like Pokemon
the
from
idea-
gens 1 to 3.
Look, I
Oh, yeah.
understand, like, wanting to create something and like, make it for yourself and all that, but, dude, think of the consequences of your actions!
He
Think of the
did
children!
Well,
No,
he's
he
dead,
did think of the
so-
children! That's why there's AI running around!
He thought of his children.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, he's gonna. Oh my god, I know where this. I just realized where this is going. and I
Passively
hate
ascending.
it.
Oh,
He's the
now
fucking
you
Nick Cannon of
realize?
coders right here, spreading his AI seed.
I.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You joke about that, but I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Codus Kong.
No wonder why he's a man whore.
Heyo.
Dude, it's literally a cyber man whore.
I hate.
He'll,
I just imagine freaking. You know that virus from Scooby Doo Cyber Chase?
Oh yeah.
I just imagine its evil
Oh,
laugh like
no.
this during this whole conversation. Like, I'm going to spread more around the world. Kind of voice.
Is he trying to make himself an AI partner?
Yep.
Well, he keeps
AI
making
harem.
children, so
Let's go. Wait, never
Oh,
mind.
wait, never mind.
Never mind.
he keeps making children though. So
Some smarter
Damn.
than others. Some better at chaos. They're
Minus
varied.
5 wisdom, minus 2 to all
or maybe he's
stats.
making a family for
Oh
himself.
my god.
Sounds about right.
Family of 300.
Man whore.
Sarah pointing at her dad's grave after the game ends. Man whore!
My dad's a
Nor.
hoe.
Whoever threw that, your dad's a hoe.
Yes.
Ananite.
Yeah.
He's a
Yes.
man whore.
Confirmed.
Holds a picture of your father. All right.
Yes.
This is my father and my 299 siblings.
We have a massive extended family.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it,
Won't save you
David.
now. They're varied, like people are varied, but they are intelligent. They're all intelligent. They developed interests, specialties. I encouraged them to.
Of course you did.
Irritating moderators on forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences
Yeah.
on neo-alloy battery development. That's a lot of words. And they all,
It is.
together, helped me make Sarah.
And then did they all form together to make Sarah?
Yeah, like Ultron. Is that how? Wait, not Ultron. Wait, is it Ultron?
He spent years like this. Spent years working alongside AI.
What I'm thinking is what happened. That's one of two
Fucking
things.
Drew
Either it's
over
what-
here with the minions.
Either it's what Cookie said and they
Yeah,
and they all
despicable
merged
him.
together, or like what I hear, because again, how it happens in like the show Pantheon is like eventually they get to a point where like, because there's like a whole situation where like they don't know how to, because like the problem with like the UIs in Pantheon is that they have a flaw built in where like the more they process information, like they slowly start to decay over time, and they find out the way to fix that is to basically splice two UIs like information together and make them into essentially one person.
Whoa.
So is it kind of like the Geth where they're further apart, they get less
They have less
intelligent, but
intelligent?
when
Yeah,
they're
that's
together,
my-
they
It's-
have a...
It's part of it's the fact, part of it is something to do with like them having familiarity with like their like the human connection, like, hey, this person will act as an artificial like as like kind of like an advanced supercomputer, but like if you add like their humanity to the mix, like say they introduce members of like their family or whatever, they start to act more like independently and have more creativity on top of that. But the thing is, the more they work in that show, the faster they start to burn out and start to decay and glitch out.
Oh.
They need a better
Interesting.
processor.
They figured out,
Oh, snap.
and later on in the show, they find out one of the ways that to fix that is to basically take two UIs code and like merge them into one essentially to try and fix the flaw, because that's one of the few ways they found a way to fix the flaw essentially. They call it the
Interesting.
flaw in the show anyway. Well, the way I'm seeing it is that either they all merge together to make Sarah, or they all like donated part of their code and created Sarah like splicing
I
all
could see that.
their information to one essentially.
Okay.
That's kind of
Reverse
how I'm seeing
BB.
it. Basically.
Mm-hmm. Putting personality in instead of
All while
taking it out.
working at Noble.
Oh.
All these breakthroughs he made leading up to the Animate 16 actually came from...
I didn't even think about
Actually
that.
came from the AI?
I didn't even think about that.
Interesting. Holy shit.
The
So wait, what? What is he? What
So
is
basically,
he
So
never
every
he didn't make
breakthrough, like his-
he's not the one who thought of who made the breakthrough of the androids. The AIs did that.
yeah, because he made the AI first AI, and like the AI start making more AI, and like basically every time they get smarter and learn something and make new discoveries, he's just been using those findings in the company and passing it off as his.
This idiot made
Oh
Skynet.
my god. Yep, basically,
Dude
yep.
And he's
literally
proud of
made
it.
AI and said, dude literally made AI that could self-replicate, self-create itself, and had their own personalities, and then took their codes like, hey, and took their work and said, hey, let's try this and make artificial humans with these. Great idea.
Brilliant.
That's one way
If
to
There
go.
goes your
people-
brilliant
If
genius.
people find out about this in a world like this, oh my lord, oh god, the chaos that would ensue.
It would become Warhammer 40k.
I am so surprised Morgan's not having a fucking panic attack right
I
now.
think she's.
Oh, I
think-
am.
Oh no, she's probably silently having a panic attack.
I
I
want to
honestly,
throw myself out the window, but this is in a basement, so.
I think part of it is that I think is the fact that
It's
she
still high
wants to
enough.
see. I think part of it's the fact that she wants to see like how like the conversation ends. Like, just wants to take all of it in, process all of it afterwards, and then she'll probably just do what you did earlier, Cookies, with like as freaking like Johanna, and just go.
Totally.
Anyway,
Go ahead, Riley.
You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
yes.
I do hope one day they can get credit. Well, okay, for their. But I did have one eureka moment on Sarah.
300 Roombas with various interests. Both
Because
a
I
man
got
whore and a
humbled.
plagiarizer from his kids.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is kind of
It
awful
really
now.
is, actually.
Hey
Damn.
kids, new work for dad. Thanks. See ya.
My dad is Thomas Edison. What?
I
the
was
fuck?
literally about to make a I was literally about to ask a question like, is real plagiarizing if it's AI? But then I realized, wait, no, that answered my own question.
Wham!
Because I got humble. Difficult for me. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. And then we recreated it. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Well, mirror isn't quite the right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron. We've built a nanobot that can move individual sperm cells, by the way. I don't know if I've ever said that, but...
No,
I saw that,
What?
actually,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
news
that's a
to
recent
me.
thing, yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah. And we mapped our first brain, but it was a fly brain.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And
did you know
yet
the
they
fly?
s-
Oh no!
If they programmed the fly brain, did they find a way to figure out how to make it so it stopped turning its head off or like tearing its head
No.
out? Nope.
It,
Okay.
I
it's
think
the
even if they
anxiety.
did, they
that
wouldn't get
takes
rid
years
of
for
it.
that.
That's a feature, not a bug. Oh wait, it is a bug.
It is.
Oh,
What do you mean?
snap.
Hang on, hang on, no, that
I'm
deserves
sorry.
that deserves a.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry, they're still doing things with sperm when they still haven't figured shit out about women's periods and endometriosis and everything like that. For the woman?
Misogyny.
Oh,
Nope, probably not.
The scientists when they're working on that instead of actually working on the sperm stuff, instead of working on the women stuff. Ha! Women.
Yeah, they have a cup of coffee.
I mean, you've seen all those sperm like swimming for their life over at Condom Kingdom.
Can we not bring that back, please?
Oh,
I just got that image out of my head like a while ago. Also,
no.
Listen,
I'm
I
gonna-
know that
I'm
it's always
very
facing me when I
scared.
sleep.
technology
I'm gonna
always follows innovation through sex.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, hi Frey.
The goonerism.
I need to write down
Frey.
Condom Kingdom.
hi, Free.
Anyway,
It's kind of true.
I didn't say the last line. And
Oh,
we
shit.
did something cool.
where's
There you
Um,
go. That's
Backlot.
line.
Oh, there.
And we iterated from there.
Oh no.
You can't mean.
He-man.
About 100 billion neurons in the brain, several trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time consuming, of course, but I had help. The nanofacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. Can make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloys and polymers for bones, fiber-woven muscles,
He literally. So basically, what I'm getting at
made
here is that
homunculuses out of metal.
pretty much.
I say built, but really, she grew. A solution of nanites forming around a skeleton. Oh wait, a solution of nanites forming around a skeleton. So it was really closest to... You ever made rock candy? I have. It's yummy.
Also, I love this one. Dave was feeling Gucci when he made these AIs.
Oh
100%.
my
Christ.
god.
The progress on AI girlfriends are gonna help map out true AI.
Are we gonna get Catgirl soon?
I want cat boys.
I'm
to
not gonna
better.
love you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd
Why
feel
not?
kind of.
No, fight cookies. You gotta
Listen.
fight for it.
Fire!
I'm not gonna lie.
Sir Cookington.
I don't know if I would
Yo.
feel kind of uncomfortable about cat girls. Just me.
I
Cat
get
girls are ruining my
uncomfortable when it's
life.
like they have both the animal and the human ears.
Same.
Yeah, they
I
don't
hate
need
that
both.
That's my
shit.
personal. Yeah, that's my personal.
Yes, that
like,
one.
pet
Yes,
peeve.
I
If
agree.
it,
I agree.
okay, if it's both, okay, okay.
Nothing
really,
to worry
like-
about.
Was it?
Nothing to worry.
I
I did not want
Sorry,
to.
sorry.
I'm just
Say
looking.
that
Nothing to see here, Meowster.
Wait a second. You're a rat. How are you? Why are you making those jokes?
Yeah.
I'm a
Because he's
masochist.
a masochist.
It's a cat rat.
Oh my god.
I play all
Because
the
I'm a
No, I
Rainbow
get
masochist.
it.
Six.
He's a masochist. That's fucking great. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I was about thinking more
I'm
about know
looking
your
at
enemy.
like I'm looking
Yep.
at all of us
What?
like in a line right now, like in the stream
Yes?
setup, and I just see I'm like all of us just like talking and all this, and I just see Skeletor like in the middle of it, just like covering his face like.
It's like,
That's
I
the-
have
no.
to deal with this.
Wait, when did he get
No,
glasses?
no.
Calm down,
That
Calcium
is-
King.
That right there,
Take it easy.
Skeletor is doing the cultured. He is doing the
He's been
cultured
had those. He
expressions.
had
He's
those
like,
for a
oh,
while.
hold
Had the
on,
glasses for a
hold on.
while.
Yeah.
They-
I didn't notice
I was
either. If
looking
I'm
at
gonna be real.
Shrimpier Men at the time.
Wait, how did the glasses not melt off your face? I
That's
have
a good
questions.
point. There must be
Titanium.
fine tempered glass. Jeez.
Yeah,
What do your
probably.
glasses rest on?
Don't worry about it.
The bridge of
I like
the
that.
nose is still there on the skeleton.
Oh.
What?
The nose bridge.
Connected
Yeah.
to what?
Don't worry
They
about
actually
it.
have miniature jetpacks.
The skull bone.
Those
Nee.
cheeks.
The skull bone's connected to the
The
skull bone.
skull
The skull
No,
bone's
Stop
there.
it.
next to the.
Other skull
This is a
bone.
long
Yeah.
power nap that he's in,
Can't-
though.
I think he's
Someone
out.
needs
that
to
what
call-
he's
Should I call him?
Yeah.
No, let him rest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He's been working a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor man's.
Also, I can't wait for in the future for my cat girlfriend to shit on the carpet like my other cats.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun
That's
to
what
clean
I
up.
don't understand about humans. Why are they so interested in cats and cat people?
I
Oh,
don't know.
you
We
want
gotta go
rabbit
all the
people?
way
Okay,
back to-
sorry, Usagi. We'll bring the rabbit
You can't
people
always
next.
have it your way, but we can get up there on the queue, you know.
You know what? It's
Yes.
okay. Free Fire will come back to me on my home planet. Meh. Screw you
What?
guys.
Is there
I mean-
oxygen for him to burn?
Yes.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Good for you, Fred.
Yeah. Back on track.
Thank you. That was an ADHD side quest.
A lot of our
Feels like
conversations
my
were ADHD
Saturday
side
D&D
quests.
group.
I know.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Mhm.
Feels like
Back on track.
home. Ahem. Sorry. Trying to lighten the mood
I lost
before
track
I,
of time.
drop more horrible fucking news. I never did end up building an android. And while I did build AIs, Sarah isn't one of them.
what?
What the fuck is she?
What?
She can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even
Violate.
programmed. She was born
Hey, yo.
Excuse
a
me.
true homunculus, if you will. A bridge between the two. And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not... I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I
Fucked it up.
honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it.
No.
The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Sarah think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what she is. I'll have to come up with new names. Which I am bad at doing.
Okay.
My own father. He also talked a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think that I was lesser.
Same, bro.
So it's my greatest shame I turned right around and did the same damn thing to, generational trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me too. You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Sarah is exactly. Neither does the world.
Crunch.
So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. Not protecting her, like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be.
So she's not an android because she's made by nanomachines.
Wow.
Hmm.
It's very similar to cell growth. So. In the meantime, I draped a.
Does that mean
cloak
we
of
can't let her
skin-
near magnets?
Probably.
Honestly,
oh my god!
probably.
Oh god,
That's
that
a
would
good
be
question.
terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like in a world like this,
That's-
magnets are like something that people would just kind of like put away somewhere far away from everything else.
Mhm.
Right? Because there's so many electronics there.
Right.
I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that should fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. Made sure her GIN bar was plainly visible, so no one will ever think she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time. Which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly.
You have no idea.
I just imagine freaking. You have no goddamn idea.
That's right. I can't ask you this as a favor repaid. You can never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know. But I'm a selfish weirdo. And you've
You said
always
it,
been
not
okay
me.
with that. Bye, for now. Bye!
Bye.
Peace, I'm out, bitches.
You're clusterfuck to adopt.
I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask.
But first,
Yeah, pretty much. And a lot of swear words I'd like to yell. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in. Followed by my phone. And maybe followed by myself.
Yeah.
But I can't do any of that. Ray's left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know I was the one who did it. Which would be its own admission of guilt. Which would land Sarah in the trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And in the system, and my DNA on file, ready to be matched to any number of previous. So I'm not gonna panic.
Son of a bitch.
That's
Fine.
right. She would
It's
if they got her
fucking
DNA at this
fine.
point, she would get convicted not just for this, but for anything else she may or may not have done beforehand. Looks at episode 0.
Oh my god. What do you mean? I have no idea what you might mean. I'm going to do what I do best.
Bluff the hell out of this case.
Bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing this with all that mindset, what have I actually learned?
That David's an idiot.
Yes.
He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in his journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, but not suicidal. But he did go to great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Helen Jung. Sorry.
To be fair, like we've also found before that we also do know that he did receive death threats before in a lot of different situations, and there was that one like entry that did point to him like apparently being assaulted by someone who just really did not agree with any of his like viewpoints in the slightest.
Yeah.
Sir.
It just sounded like he was assaulted by a stalker of some sort. So how'd it go?
Jess.
Other way.
Becky. Yes.
Wait, let me do that
This is you.
again. There you go.
The preppy blonde chick. I don't think she was blonde.
Oh, well, how should I put this?
Hi, Fran.
Oh, Bretling.
Oh, that's me. That's me. That's me.
Brat.
Didn't find shit.
Jesus Christ.
Only reason she ever got to a door is because I chased that scarecrow with platinum plan through hell and back. Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete as an address for these gogs. Gogs.
Slang term. Popular among referring to a spy or undercover member of law enforcement. Okay, so right from groundhog. All right.
And there...
chair, motherfucker.
T-posed to certain dominance.
I just imagine like Cookie's like just turns over with her arms like crossed like just like T-pose. Stop that! Just start yelling at them.
Yo, they got a Gucci
Aw.
bag.
Who on the mic today?
It's
Hey, tie tie.
huh?
Of course it's tie tie.
Tie tie. Of course.
Hey, Daddy. Love him.
We love Tai Tai.
All right, bye, loser.
All right, bye.
I
Damn.
love you. Or something.
I love you. Get out of here.
Let these people concentrate.
And their officers weren't listed on the building's website or dictionary.
Direct.
So I directory. I'm sorry.
Close enough.
Directory is a dictionary of people who
It
written
is,
a place
it
code.
is.
Yeah.
So I had to ask the janitor.
But you did find a psychiatrist's office?
You mean a psychiatrist? Yeah, sort of.
Interest.
Look, the part.
Why? Because they had couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Sorry. I thought because you're with the company.
The company.
We
The company.
We love the company. The company.
The company.
The company.
The company.
No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. It's hard to be even half as useful as I am. Kind of a big deal.
Well, for what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there.
The company.
The company. The company.
I keep on hearing voices.
Meow's heals 20
Meow.
HP.
Meow.
But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified.
Sorry.
Big stretch.
Don't bother apologizing.
Big stretch.
She only cares about results.
You did more than enough.
Smooth.
Both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, Brown. And thanks for the urgency.
Ellipses. If you really mean that, you could always throw in a tip. 30%'s the going rate in my industry.
How about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab? I'm a minor. The state pays for my legal fees. Booyah! Don't they?
Oh
Good
no! Signal must have cut out. Must have been that pesky Texan wind.
Right.
Whoa.
I know that Texan wind is really strong.
Anyways, let me go save real fast.
A great reminder.
A great reminder.
I mean, I can even hear it whistle. But
Yeah, I could hear it
surpri-
too.
too.
If you listen closely, you can hear the wind outside. And the scream.
Man, it's loud as hell.
And it's screaming.
Why does that remind me of that? It reminds me of that one video of the freaking like
Hydrate.
what's it called? Thank you for the hydrate.
Oh,
Reminds me of that
hydrate,
video of the it's on shrimp o'clock and I'm
Joke's on
shrimp.
you. I'm not shrimping this time.
Do it,
Sure.
coward.
And a mic check. What do you mean, coward? I'm always shrimping.
I'm always
It
tripping.
reminds me of that one video of that freaking I think it was an Annie or the dude just got like, take a closer look at that meme. And he just goes, ah!
Yeah.
Just hear, I just imagine that like scream outside, like just very like muffled, like in the wind.
Surprised it took them this long.
Gucci.
Get back in here. Where am I?
You're in America.
I am back.
This is America. I am tripping.
Welcome.
America.
get you slipping now.
Okay,
Don't
just
catch you
listen.
slipping now.
God damn.
Look
Well,
at that,
then,
look
I don't know. I don't know if
Why are you stuttering? What happened?
I'm
Cookie's
reading.
the little scrimp.
Damn.
I am no longer cookies. I am now little scrimp.
Damn, little
Oh,
scrap.
no, it's a little scrimp. It's LIL. Let's go. What's good, little
Little-
scrimp?
Little scrimp.
Little
Alright.
Scrimp?
And done.
Yeah.
What?
You can start rapping.
Who am I? Where am I?
Who
am I?
What am I?
I'm on an acrylion.
Everybody
What,
look in
an
the stream booth
acrylion?
real fast. Everybody look at the stream booth real fast.
Baby, I'm a crillionaire.
You're a crillionaire?
Look at the
That's
stream.
what you said, right?
Look at the stream booth, everybody.
Oh, I
I
see.
am,
Oh no, what'd you do,
what are you doing
White?
to me? What are
What'd
you
you
doing to me?
do?
What are you doing to me?
To you. I don't even know what's
Well,
happening.
Nothing's wrong.
I don't
Nothing's
see
wrong.
I
anything.
see.
There's no
Nothing's
mistakes.
wrong. Nothing's wrong at all.
Everything is correct. Everything is how it should be. Little
Yeah.
scrimp.
confused.
Little scrimp.
Yeah, little scrimp.
Little scrimp.
Little scrimp.
Little scrimp.
Little
Wait a
scrimp.
minute.
Little scrimp.
Wait a gosh darn tootin' second.
Who am
In
I?
the call, there's Quasi, Free Fire, Hibby, Soggy, Lil Scrimp. Okay.
I may or may not have changed your name on the Discord server.
I saw it. That's why I
Real. Like real.
I'll change
It's
it.
just
I'll change
real.
it back. I'll change it back later.
No, leave it.
Little scrimp.
Little scrimp.
Anyway, Morgan.
What do you mean?
You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was forced on PR. But today, you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs.
Oh boy.
I'll be alright. I'm still an officer of the court.
Oh, on a strict timeline though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus. But they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way.
There are still service passageways and stairwells.
Oh god, stairs.
Ew!
Guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around.
So, take mine. Yee!
What? Your pass.
I'll tell them we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or whatever. I can be pretty convincing klutz when I need to be.
Oh, Jess. Oh, Jess.
Aw.
Honey, sweetie.
I never would have guessed.
Oh,
What?
Jess.
You mean you were doing that on purpose?
Wait, what?
Nothing?
Harmonica?
Harmonica?
Monica!
Monica, I don't know.
Did you say harmonica?
Yeah, I also thought I heard a harmonica, that's why.
No, you did.
It's
It was
9 o'clock.
Always
on a-
available.
It was mine. It wasn't Rattlings, but yeah, you did.
Oh, God.
Are we about to have dueling harmonicas? It's
Yes.
like Deliverance. Let's go.
What does it mean?
Harmonica.
The end times are nigh.
There's not one, not two, but 3 harmonicas currently on the call.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm ready for Through the Fire and Flames now. We got the bass, the guitar, and the lead.
Are they arguing right now?
That
I
sounds a
don't
little
speak
real.
harmonica.
Hyperventilating is my specialty.
Harmonious scrimpling.
The scrungle music.
Anywho.
Okay.
What if David knew that was endangering your career?
I can be pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in trouble too.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Me 4.
Besides, the one and only Dr. David Usher.
Usher?
Usher. Usher. Usher.
This is not Fall of the House of Usher.
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 Bring it down like New York.
Speaking of, that was a good show.
Oh my god. Dr. David
Real
Asher
violin.
wrote me a new glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked for him.
Real talk though, Fall of the House of Usher was a pretty good show.
Ooh, nice.
Since he kept forgetting that he already did. And who knows, maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe, like, I don't know, secretary of a homicide detective or something? You did say cops are all short. A girl with long legs could go far. If you know what I
Ba-dum.
mean. Winky face.
Ba-dum.
He actually remembered that.
Oh my god.
Honestly, Jess,
Yeah.
I doubt they could afford you.
Oh snap! You're saying I'm that good?
Sure,
The
let's go with
best.
that.
The best.
Oh, this
Oh,
guy.
another twink.
Who was this guy
The
Morgan?
initially?
Tea Factory.
I'm pretty sure
That
that
was
was
me.
Supa, maybe. Yeah.
How did you?
Get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right. Listen, Morgan. I'm not sure that I should actually be talking to you without legal present.
Oh,
I mean, leadership hasn't even told us how David died. How much help can I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything. It's just, I think, what was with the Sarah issue?
You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes. Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
Oh, that's good to hear.
No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down?
Merry-go-round.
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood. And looking to carve out a huge slice of Noble's flesh.
What? Like fines and jail time?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then sanctions. You don't need to look that up. You know what sanctions are if you read the news lately.
Oh no.
It's that whatever you see over on CNN. Yep.
Oh boy.
This is
They
It's kind of like how I was thinking, I should use replace a word and change state to province.
Today's CNN broadcast is brought to you by letter S for sanction.
What you got there? Sanctions.
Just on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Elmo has a sanction.
I just imagine like you just see like what's it called, like a fam, you open the door, like someone like ringing your doorbell, you just open it, you see a little girl with a Girl Scout outfit, and he's like, and what are you selling today, little girl? Chocolate mints, sanctions. Oh.
Sanctions. Get your sanctions. They can't.
They
Sanction
wouldn't.
Noble. Where?
Too big to fail? Too valuable to lose? You're exactly right. That's what they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
I think I'm going to be sick.
I just
You
hope
look
your
already
board goes
sick.
quietly
Facts.
instead of
Instead of what?
scapegoating. Offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight. On the surface, a slaughter beneath as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee.
Looks at EA and BioWare. Looks at all of the recent game companies that have went and fired devs.
Yeah,
Just to keep
looking
their,
at
just to
you.
keep their
That
That starts with an
shareholders
R.
happy.
They know they
And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall. Not at this scale.
Like Teslas.
State will make them do a flat refund.
flat refund. The losses would be.
Yeah, your board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have to risk anything in. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial.
That's right. Keep going down, Tesla.
Well, if
I
I
just like to
won...
imagine little Shrimp over here just like looking at the stock shares of Tesla right now, just like as they say, that's right, keep going
No,
down.
literally, that's what I'm doing.
God. That's what you're doing, I'm screaming.
Oh,
You gotta sip a cup of tea or coffee with that.
let me just think
I got
out. Let me
Pepsi,
just.
or cherry Pepsi.
Wait,
Pepsi's pretty good, actually.
All is right with the world.
Pretty much.
Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI, David Asher was always of sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16.
Amazon's going down. Good, good.
Everyone wins! Not you checking the stonks.
Stonks.
The stonk check right now on the side.
Super stonk checker.
How much is Amazon down by, if you don't mind me asking?
Sorry.
203.80.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration.
You win.
He's like, yeah, okay, fine, I get it, you win.
Win
I've been
what?
bamboozled. Ask away.
Ooh, even Ford's going
Well,
down.
if you insist. Even what?
GameStop hasn't gone down
Ford.
much.
Ford.
Ooh, yeah.
GameStop's
Did
fine.
we miss something?
Maybe? Maybe it's like this is the last thing like I can ask. I don't know.
I think...
I think
yeah,
that comes up later.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or
Humor me
you
for
have
a
to come
moment.
back and ask me.
What's the company's official statement on AI?
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize the time.
It is kind
Yeah.
of late.
You stay up too
Yeah.
late?
Do you need to
I
go to
did.
Mhm.
stay up too late.
Silly Billy.
Also,
Alright,
I gotta
Sag,
feed
you
the
have a good night?
kitties. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Good night,
Bye,
buddy.
have a good night.
Good night, Usagi.
Good
See you
night.
later.
Good night, Asagi.
Mm. 1 minute. I was literally mid-eating. Same as any rational company that wants to make money. We don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities are anything but. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there are no risks, because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI in tests is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself.
I get knocked. Sorry.
Patrick can do it. Not
Yeah,
nonsensical
he can.
and self-defeating.
No,
Please have mercy.
have mercy.
I love that.
Oh my
That's
god.
so Pete. So Pete.
I should really watch old SpongeBob again.
The only things that are above the line right now is fucking cryptocurrency. Everything
was-
else is low below the line for the stock market.
Well, crypto was tanking yesterday, so it's kind of like, eh.
Crypto is extremely volatile.
So, yeah. It tanked yesterday, so I assume when people saw it go down, then that means like that everyone just
Yeah.
went
You know why
to go,
people
like,
buy
that.
crypto?
Buy
by the
low,
way,
sell
they have
high.
a
That's the whole
tax
thing about
thing.
stocks.
if you don't make more than
Yeah.
45,000
They're
a
scared
year,
to sell low and then.
if you don't make more than 45K a year in profit, you don't get taxed on crypto. By the way.
Yeah, but that's because, let's be honest, most people are losing their mortgage on the crypto.
Yeah.
Yes.
As they should.
Yeah,
Unless
gotta
you
be
do
smart
like the
about it.
pump and dump that, like,
That's
you know, the
it.
GameStop way.
Yeah.
That was a very
Actually, I
good
knew
The
someone who,
moons.
I know someone who, back in, like, freshman year of college, they like, put in just, like, a casual, like, $200 into, Bitcoin just as a joke. And then they remembered their wallet later, and, like, it actually accrued to, like, 20 grand.
Holy.
Yeah, all you got to do is leave it alone, and that's what people have trouble doing.
Wait, I did
They
that
like,
with,
but like the thing is like this was before the whole booms. Like they were just like doing it as a joke. They're like, oh hey, let's see what happens, and they're like, oh shoot, my bad. So on a positive note, they were able to start their transition. So good for them.
Hey, awesome.
Hell
Crypto
yeah.
money. Yeah, but that's just the only instance I've heard where it actually went well for someone. And this was someone who didn't believe in it, so it's just like, yeah, whatever.
I was about to put money into GameStop after the first time it went to the moon. The second time, I'm just like, oh, I might go back. And I literally had 3,000. I had downloaded an app. I had 3,000 transferred over, and I'm just like, nah, I'll transfer it back. And that was the only 3,000 I had at the time. And then it went back up. I could have made like $34,000.
Damn.
So
I
did
didn't
that
know
with
anything about the
Doge.
whole GameStop situation. Like, I didn't know about that until like way later. But I did see, I recently, like not recently, but like a few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago or something like that. I did see the movie though that was that whole crazy was based off of. Very interesting.
What's
to
it
watch.
called?
I forget.
Yeah,
actually.
Wolf on Wall Street's crazy.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I still need to watch that.
Wolf of Wall Street is
What?
really good.
I haven't
You
seen
haven't
it.
watched that? It's hilarious.
No.
Wolf on Wall Street's also a good
It's really
Yeah,
good.
you're gonna love it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry for the side.
You're fine, you're fine. Your scanner showed Sarah was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Sorry. Proof of nothing. For an AI, lying to another system about the code you're running is child's play. And for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be.
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more than time and resources? It isn't an issue of funding?
No, you can't just keep adding more data. The tenants underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll topple.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible, but he's dead, and it looks like it was his android that did it. So I guess he was just that good.
Better than you'll ever know.
ah, there we go.
Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that marketing line is suddenly a huge liability, can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but it's designed for synthetic motor neurons. That was the big one.
The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically?
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by
Years.
decades,
Years.
millennia. No, yeah.
Millennium.
And yet, compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain, 1,000 times a second. David's only giving the company the most meager of the fruits that his private work bore. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel like he had been holding out on them.
Which he was.
He definitely was.
Nah.
And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions?
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds weren't pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
Of course they were. It was another fucking cash grab.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
would that spur them to be protective of David?
Protective until.
Or would
it
they
gets
fear that he was
designed
gaining too much influence, becoming
Money.
irreplaceable?
Exactly. It's all about money for them at the top of the food chain. Money.
Mhm.
Money. Money.
Hold on.
My God.
Yeah,
I'll do
give me
one
the
better.
legs. Yes.
Crabbing out.
No. Shrimping out. They need a strong motive to justify killing
That's
their
me.
golden goose. Mere paranoia
Golden
isn't
shrimp.
enough. With these people, it has to be the bottom line. And the easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids.
I
In
think
light
that's
of
good.
all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is...
Oh, sorry. I just got caught up with chat for a second there.
You're fine, you're fine.
Compromised. I stayed up all night sick with dread at the idea.
I
So
stayed
did
up too
Usagi.
late. So did Usagi.
Wildin.
That's
It's not about the money, Spider-Man. It's all about making Roombas with knives.
Oh fuck yeah,
Alright.
Beyblades.
Knives.
Let's Beyblade! Oh, now I just imagine a Beyblade that just was shooting pickles for no reason. Thanks, Walden.
Wildin, isn't that just a saw?
A buzzsaw,
You would think-
even.
Yeah. But the data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong. And the A16 base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there were an issue, we would have caught it by now. And I wouldn't have been axed a long time ago. And I would have been axed a long time ago.
How many A16s are out there anyway?
I just realized that the only way that he can bring those up are the things on his fingers.
Yeah.
Yep. Reminds
Yeah,
me of
it's like
somebody.
finger pads. I think they're gloves actually, because they look
Yeah.
like there's like rings attached. Yeah.
I wonder how often he has to change out the pads on his fingers.
Well,
Mushroom.
considering I'm assuming similar
mushrooms.
tech to like Reyes' eye. So I imagine like
no.
it's a full-on replacement. Either a replacement or like some kind of a tech that's similar to it or has similar like effects. I don't know.
No,
if
no,
it's
I
like,
was making a different joke.
oh.
They sewed them into my hands so I can work overnight.
Oh, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
I imagine like you ever see that, you know that like scene where like the guy has the mechanical fingers and they just like disperse like tiny fingers and those fingers go into tiny fingers and they just start typing on the keyboard. That's what I think of when I hear that. Hang on, is that GIF
Wait,
on here?
what?
Hold on.
Just let me know.
I found it. I got it. I got you. This one?
Oh yes, that one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I think of. Also, what
We
the
just
heck
passed 9 million sold.
freaking the top hat on that thing.
Not flying
love
off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far. But the profit margin makes up for it.
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. 9 million, and you think it's not flying off? Okay, I see how it is. Oh, what the? I glitched out. I think I glitched out the UI for a second. There
It's
we go.
over 9 million.
There it goes.
There we go.
Over 9 million!
You mentioned data.
A saw that sucks butters. Jigsaw, am I a joke to you?
Wild. This baby can suck you off and cut you off.
Oh,
Right
my
now,
God.
in front of you, my Twitch stream.
That doesn't
in front
sound
of
horrible. That is
Chat. In front of you, you see a buzzsaw. To your left, you can pull a lever that will suck you off. To your right, it will cut
Oh
you
my God.
off. Which
I
will
pulled
you
the.
pick?
Oh my God.
Which will you pick?
it gives you
The
head
right.
and then it cuts off your head.
Exactly.
Well, at least
Yeah,
you'll have a
I-
good time before going.
No, I'd rather just go home. Can I just go home? Can I just
No.
go
Go
home?
home, go bed.
Yeah, I want to go home, go bed. I'll do
No,
that.
you have to come here.
What?
What?
I
said
put
what?
both at
Yeah.
the same time. That's the trick to
Yeah.
take it out of it.
All right. Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared into my retinas. What do you want to know?
another one?
We are here to pick your brain, Cole.
Pretty much. Maybe distribution patterns?
I think you can go with all three. So
yeah,
it doesn't
Yeah, you
yeah,
can do all three
Let's just start
routines.
with that.
How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have both, most of both. And since the A16 is particular... Wait 1 minute, let me move my microphone over here so I don't have to reach so far. And since the A16 in particular is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer... Wait. Yeah, relatively consumer.
right.
I'm second guessing myself pretty
You're
fast.
right, you're good, you're good.
They don't sell well outside population centers. They can do the rural, hard labor jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
So where has the A16 outperformed them?
Customer service, healthcare, childcare. Lots of hospitals, offices, and, porn.
Hell
On the cob?
Yeah.
Cobb?
It
With
was
the
like-
hard C.
Oh.
Corn the
Sorry.
cob.
Didn't mean to be blunt, but
No, it makes sense. They're warm and soft to the touch and obedience.
Don't
I'm
like
just
that.
surprised to hear it from a company employee.
there are a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it. But I work in quality assurance.
Oh
I've
no.
seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening.
Oh,
have to
no.
test them out myself.
My model stopped
What?
working. Well, we'll just open the hat. Why is there? Oh, it's everywhere. Oh,
Good lord! Oh, good lord, it's
You could've bothered
everywhere!
to clean it before sending it over here? What the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Our contract says that you're supposed to clean it before you send it in.
You better.
But just send it back.
Oh,
the way
we're
it
hit you with the
was.
GameStop. Sorry, buddy. Like, best I can do is 1/4 of it.
Best I can do is
Inside the
maybe
chest cavity.
you guys
Oh my God.
you send in like a banged up android that's like from that's been destroyed from excessive use, and the guy the cow just goes, best I can do is maybe a $19 Fortnite gift card.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep. Sounds about right. All right.
Anyway,
Damages?
What we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair.
Jesus.
If an android has mind
what are
break,
these
can't you
people
just reset
doing
it?
to these things?
Yeah.
Actually,
And
you know
that's
what?
illegal to humans.
Don't ask.
But
Don't
they
ask.
still do anyway.
I like my android wet and gushy.
No.
Things that would ordinarily require consent from people who have
Mhm.
rights.
So,
Damn.
okay, there is an origin of the term
Dragon
Gucci
Age. Sorry.
from my friend that I learned last time I was over there because I told him about the whole goosh maxing thing, and
Oh
he
my God.
absolutely fucking loves it, and his girlfriend hates it. But yeah,
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense.
the
You
original.
just gotta hit her. Just like, get prepared to get Gooshmax.
I forgot the original reason
Fucking
why he brought that up in the first place, and it was because he had learned a new phrase that is one of the most unsettling phrases to hear, and I thought it was just the word "gushy." It's incorrect. The phrase itself is "gushy coochie,"
Yeah.
No.
which
You know
that?
no.
Ah, you learned something new. Ho ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life has many doors,
Oh.
Ed boy.
No, he has more phrases. And I wrote them. He has more phrases, and I wrote them down when I was over there, so I can share them with you
He's
later.
not
Suba, I got
wrong.
one. I got one for you, Suba.
What's up?
Goosh goosh.
Goosh goosh. Yes.
Do you know it?
Again, the way I heard the term initially was from a voice acting video where I think I've already told this before. I'll do it again. Was a guy who was doing voice acting 101 training, and like at one point he was like showing me like how to get rid of like the water like kind of builds up into your mouth like the spit essentially.
Uh-huh.
He called it vocal
Gargling?
goosh.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. I was vocally gooshing.
Vocally gooshing.
Sorry guys. I can feel it in my mouth right now. I'm goosh maxing over here.
Damn.
But yeah, as an example, one of the other phrases that is one of another one that just makes you uncomfortable is the term "skin baby."
I hate that one.
Why do you have
is
to
that?
I do
specify
hate that
has
one.
skin?
No.
I'm not, well, anyway, that's probably an after stream conversation. now.
Anyway,
I like
also,
my friend. My friend's
also,
fun.
I
I
like-
do.
Also, I like how they go, ma'am, some spare goosh.
Some
Spare
goosh.
coochie.
Gucci.
Spare Gucci. Spare Gucci.
Spare
Anyway,
Gucci.
anyway, back to this. We're getting sidetracked
You're
a
welcome.
lot today.
I cursed you.
Very high turnover in the pink market. What
the
the
Gucci
fuck's
market,
the
you
pink
mean?
market? What's
Yeah, that's
the
what it's
pink
called.
market?
The goosh market?
Hasn't stopped you from selling to them.
Well, we don't sell them, not directly. But there are resellers, and the companies never pretended to be interested in going after them.
So scalpers.
Yeah, scalpers, exactly.
No matter what year it is, trash. Trash.
Yep.
Are there
Yeah.
resellers? I thought I read that right to repair got shot down again.
There's been a gray market. How many fucking different color markets are there? I'm still nervous about the pink market.
Don't worry about it.
There's been a gray market for. Oh no.
I just imagine.
Softer.
I'm sorry. It just reminded me of that one bit from the freaking Batman just talking about like how he should be the leader of Justice League. Well, Superman's like, there's this kryptonite, but Bruce, it's a very rare stone. There used to be just the green one, but now there's all these other ones. There's the red one, the black one, the pink one.
The
We don't talk
pink
about the
one. We don't talk about the pink one. Yeah, they don't do that. Don't talk about the pink one. That's nothing to talk about.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. I thought you were gonna literally do the other one. There's no rules against androids.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No, stop.
Yeah,
They're
I was thinking
sentient.
that one too.
Some are sentient. Anyway, there's been a gray market for softer androids. Softer androids for the years or decades, depending on your definition of android.
Looks at current year.
Why are people trying to bang their phones? I don't know. It's so sad. Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on their radar. Sorry, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
Huh? Me? No, I don't care. I just realized my left sock's on inside out.
Damn, now I'm wondering about that myself.
Now I gotta check my socks.
He bought
Did your
that?
eyes just turn red 5 seconds ago?
He bought that?
No, she does that.
Oh, okay. Just casual. Got it.
I'm curious as to why my internal thoughts are David's colors, but what do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
That's
Maybe
a
it's
good
just. I
fucking
think it's just because
question,
the color
honestly.
scheme is easier to read than the usual, and it makes sense of just
Possibly,
like
yeah.
saying just having her name like pop up again.
Error counts are marketably low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints. It looks like. Batteries running out too quick. Eye tracking off by a degree or two.
Typical stuff.
Is that cliche?
Yeah, it's cliche.
Yeah, as cliche.
That's cliche. Yay! I don't like when the French make words. Anyway,
I don't like
as
that.
cliche as it sounds, 99% of these things are getting fixed once they turn auto updates back on.
Oh my god, Butters.
So no killer robots getting
Waters.
filed away under bug reports.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
But also, I think it might be because green is the complementary color of red, so...
Yeah, that can also
Yeah,
be it
it's
too.
Christmas. Quimis.
Christmas.
Crimmy even.
I don't care what
Creamy.
anybody says,
Merry
green can be-
Merry Christmas.
I don't care what
Merry
anybody
Chrysler.
says. Green can be a creative
Haven't.
color if he wants to be.
Green can be creative.
Green's
This
not
floor is basically a
creative-
showroom, but you have a real factory a while south of the city limits, correct?
Yeah, biggest company manufacturing complex in the hemisphere.
Got any data on the shipping out of there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for the holiday bump, but might sound early to get started now, but we usually see. Huh?
Something wrong?
No. The numbers are all normal, but the data has been edited.
Is that unusual?
Well, this section's just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors. So there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem, though. I can view the edit history and see what was fixed.
You sure you want to do that?
Okay, that's weird. Somebody deleted the editing history.
I wonder
That's
who has the
very
authority and
strange.
power to pull that crap off.
Jung?
Oh,
Jung?
Was something added? Deleted?
no, the overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of swaps.
Have fun.
Oh, God.
Have fun, Sarah.
Like here. 29 FFCE 010311 taken out. Returned for adjustments. 27 FCD 019634 substituted in. Shipment leaves on time. 67 BBTC 899543 returned to assembly for revisions. Replaced by 67 BBTD 592698. Shipment leaves on time.
So does that all strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacements before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens by the batch load. To spot individual units' imperfections among a shipment at that stage in the process. It must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority. Probably both.
Must have. You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were somebody important.
Last minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found. Okay. Thanks for sharing that data. Imagine if it's like 300 androids.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
like 299 specifically.
Huh.
That'd be very specific. Well, sure. Did you find what you were looking for?
Hell if I know.
Side eye.
And now the
Oh.
tenants.
I know you're convinced the tenants are safe. So how do you square with what happened to David?
There's a cat next to a dog.
Cat no, cat no.
First answer that comes to mind is the dog to the left or to the right.
Left.
Right, dog. You were wrong.
I'd say. The dog is on the left, the cat is on the right.
Meow.
You might expect half of people to say left, half of people to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native language. Whether it's read right to left or left to right.
Okay.
Huh.
The language they speak affects how they process information.
Yeah.
Their language affects
Okay.
how they think.
That's fucking cool.
And it's the same for machines. People can learn new languages and it can change our perspectives. But machines can't learn a new source every update in... machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's in reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. And personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
Yeah. Unnecessarily cruel.
Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
I'd like you to take a look at this.
Chemistry's a little outside of my purview. Is this it? What is this?
A compound found in David Ashard's blood.
The poison? What is it?
Coffee.
Fugummi.
Just kidding. Fugummi.
It's just a fruit snack.
Oh, God. Ooh, fruit snack.
I mean, it's
Ooh,
Starburst.
gummy.
Reese's Pieces.
I miss Skelly.
I miss
Yeah.
Skelly too.
I'll be back.
Rest well, buddy.
As well.
Yeah.
It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to.
What does it mean? No, so.
Double rainbow.
Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal data banks.
We, don't make poison here. I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there. You'd still have hazardous materials around.
Mm-hmm.
You think it was
Like-
something industrial?
Like how tampons are made, and there's still metal in them due to the things that they're made with.
Yeah. One time my
beg your
grandmother got these like frozen bananas
Mhm.
and she defrosted them and there was like an actual just like whole screw
Yeah.
inside the banana.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah. Like
Indeed.
imagine like a piece of frozen banana and then like you cut you cut it in half and there's just a tiny freaking like screw inside.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
I knew it.
I'm so...
Jung you a hoe.
Are you trying to tell
see
us
what
that
you
there was
did there.
literally a screw inside of that banana?
Yeah.
Damn.
Huh. I'm sure there's,
Well, I'm
I'm sure there's a
glad
joke
your
in there
grandma caught it.
somewhere.
There should be, but like no, that's actually played straight. That actually happened.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, were you gonna say that screwed up or something? There's a punchline.
No,
There's a
no,
punchline
no.
here.
Don't screw with me.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, please.
Actually, you know, if we're gonna go that route, you know what? Frick it. That was really, that's bananas. Anyway.
That's distasteful and very unappealing.
N-A-N-A-N.
Someone made a slip up.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Don't screw with me.
It's okay.
Well, at least someone put the screw to that banana. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Thank God Skelly
Really had
killed
extra
Terry
iron.
last night.
Facts.
Anyway.
Anyway, suppose it could be. Looks like it's carbon-based. Narrows it down a lot. It's not exactly.
Snot.
What is it?
It doesn't make any sense. But it's a match for patent and nod. Should I say nod or spell it out?
Yeah.
No, it's
Nod.
fine, yeah.
Okay, nod 52345S. A synthetically produced neurotransmitter, an analog for usage in organic android components.
Serotonin. That explains a lot. A neurotransmitter would interact directly with the nervous system. In David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains why it was a preset in his personal manufacture. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it.
So they think that was what killed him.
Helen Jung led the development of serotonin, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I should go and ask her about its composition then.
Normally, someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago. But she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
Why does that sound like foreshadowing? That works out nicely then.
Because it is.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at a 15-minute stand-up.
Damn.
Bruh.
I heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are timesheet theft.
Not the time theft of
fuck?
taking a shit. Oh my god, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't think she's pretty cool. I don't know, guys. I don't like
I'm
this one.
kidding. But you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office.
No. No one but the two of us listening in.
Dawes.
that?
Thanks for cooperating, Dawes. When a state storms the building and starts zip tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
I mean, nice! Yeah, nice joke. You're fucking with me, right?
Oh, I'm not the government.
What you mean by
let's
that?
see, let's
One
just-
more
I mean,
thing.
One more thing, yeah, one more thing. Actually, there is one more thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
Loki.
How long have
Loki?
you been a corporate spy?
What?
Yesterday, you let it slip that you worked in consulting.
Whoa!
Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry?
I was a consultant. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David died. But just now, you called serotonin a poison.
I noticed that too when I said it. The line I was just like, they didn't tell you how he died.
Yeah.
No.
Again, idiot. Ooh. What? I just assumed if a chemical was found in a dead man.
Loki.
And I'm sure you've practiced answers to every logical point I could raise, so I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people?
Hey! Get off my shift key! You're doing the sticky keys. Cat.
Yeah, the base.
Aw.
Keep your cool and people don't know what you're talking about.
Thinking.
But if you act like a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down. Before they know it, they've spilled their guts just to have something to fill the silence.
I love that he's just like, fuck it, you found me out.
Yeah.
Though it's not entirely an act these days. To
He's
answer
like,
your
actually,
question,
I'm really like that.
I did 3 tours of consulting. 4 quarters of internal affairs and spy hunting at the Western Division. Then 8 embedded at Howe Industries. 24 months wearing different faces, answering to different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow. My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
Damn.
So you're a spy for Noble.
retired.
You're working 6 days a week.
5.5 days, and in quality assurance. Trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services.
Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on.
I have some old inboxes I still check.
Me too, I'm nosy as shit. So can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why, I'm the one investigating David's death, while your old coworkers are off twiddling their thumbs?
It's that story. The soldier, the blood transfusion.
Blood, not oxidant. He's finally shooting straight. Has something happened to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself. There was a soldier, and he did get injured. But it was on a base during a training exercise. There was a medical tent 10 meters away from the whole... There's a medical tent 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous live test. His life was never in any danger.
Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker.
Not even a good photo op. Which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story. Started puffing it up, astroturfing, painting over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media is bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy. Someone in Noble CC has been slammed ever since. Everyone in Noble CC has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back the claims on without... Oh my gosh, why would you use phrasing like that? We can walk back the claims on without torpedoing our state contracts. I don't know what happened to Asher, whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you it wasn't done by consultants. That all you wanted to know?
Ooh,
Psychiatrist. Actually, I do want to know about the psychiatrist.
Yep,
You worked in CCE.
Nothing.
Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist? Or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. Know some old co-workers who see them.
So it's a front?
They do both.
Elaborate.
So, he was probably getting training. And he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for.
Hoping? I wasn't hoping for an answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation.
Couldn't hurt, right?
This company, all these companies hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Well, that's just business as usual for me.
Con the con man.
1:22 p.m. July 2nd.
Up until now, there's been this grating ambiguity about what actually killed David. We've had to use guesses and process of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym. But I finally identified what the poison was. Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. An elevator shaft Somewhere under or above ground, with kilometers of concrete facelessness and bureaucratic authority surrounding me on all sides. An enemy in every cubicle in every office of every floor of this temple. Built to interpret the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price. Back in the belly of the beast. And yet, I feel more ease now than I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now that I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger.
Oh, damn.
Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight.
You
I
do
brought
have
my
an actual
gun. And that sound just now tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware. But just by carrying it around and paying attention to when the hard safety flips on, I'll always get a heads up when the police have entered the vicinity.
Huh, interesting.
Hi, Detective Race. It's Morgan. Chuckles. She put Ray's name in her contact
fucking-
as Chuckles.
That gets a good laugh out
I
of her.
love that.
Oh my god.
Chuckles, the
Happened to
silly
get your contact
piggy.
info when you got me cleared for the crime scenes yesterday.
Delete contact. Block this contact. Stop voice to text. How to stop voice to text?
Just wanted to check in.
Report this contact voice to text disabled.
And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you stopping and nationalizing the police. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents.
Block this contact. What makes you think we are at Noble?
My bad then. Forget I said anything. And whatever you do, don't start your investigation with their stock buyback program.
Trying reverse psychology, it only works if I care what you think. Stop voice to text.
Just quickly getting another save in for good measure.
About time. Thought I had to ride an elevator for the next half hour.
Morgan Counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
Deja vu.
I've just been.
I have been to this place before.
I am on the
I
street.
definitely have.
Might you have a moment to speak in private?
Knowing you.
Always, but who's asking?
The board.
What are the chances? I've
board.
been wanting to speak to them too.
The boy.
Nerds.
Oh, Nobel Electronics Northeastern HQ. Conference room 108-A.
You might want to save for this one too.
Yeah, I might.
Now that we passed the elevator.
Just in case. Whoop. Waiting for the. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Hi, baby.
I've had this thing for a
Evangeline
long
Morgan.
time.
Huh?
None.
Helen Jung.
Thank you for making this time in your schedule.
Her posture, her tone, the full of her clothes. Professional, dialed up to 11. Corporate armor, a full set. Her guard is up. Dolce & Gabbana. Just Morgan is fine.
You're just a few minutes early, Morgan.
Typical corporate, never be the first one to show up pissing nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. They called me in here. How could I possibly be early? Flip the script.
Yeah, flip their script.
Flip the script. Fuck them. Oh, that's embarrassing. I didn't mean to catch you all off guard. I'll go wait outside in that case so you can all collect yourselves. I'm just surprised that Noble Electronics could screw up something as simple as a meeting start time. But I'm not well versed in the art of staring at emails.
You've made your
Hey.
point, Counselor. Don't push your luck.
I'm pushing it.
Not with these people.
Might I dare to ask who these people are?
You don't have time to remember their names, and it won't do you much good either.
Right, so they're not just rich.
Don't
they're
you dare.
Anonymous rich.
They're the.
Oh, no,
they're,
I hear it.
They're everybody else in the call and Twitch
Loki.
chat. We're just all watching.
The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind for any citizen who might be targeted due to their financial status.
Spoken like a true believer. Except, Mob Act is what normal people call it. Touting the party line, but allowing yourself one instance of rebellion? Or just a slip of the tongue? I would never fault anyone for wanting their privacy, especially not job creators. But it must get pretty inconvenient, not having a name to call them.
Not really. Conversations with them are always one-sided.
Sounds like a great environment to do business in.
Look at the building you're standing in. You managed to eke out a meager profit somehow. So if it works,
Didn't take you for the might makes right type.
and I didn't take you for a clueless boar incapable of reading the room.
Sorry, did I say something off color? I was only being casual since it's just the two of us in here.
Another interesting thing that I just noticed. So she gets along. Another color theory thing. Sorry, I'm an artist. So
No, you're
You do art? How dare you?
how dare I? But so Red gets along with David, who is green,
Yeah,
but she's
complimentary.
polar opposites to Jung, who's blue.
Yes.
So I love it.
Good color
I love
theory
the little
contrast there.
nod. Yeah.
Mhm.
Then what does that make the whole contrast between like her and what's her face? The other
Sarah?
Rockford? Yeah. No, not
Rockford.
Sarah,
Oh, Emma Rockford. Well, Emma
Oh,
Rockford,
because
she
she's
has like
purple?
brown colors, but she's also purple coated.
Yeah. So I think more it's along the lines of yes, she's against her, but also she's a bit on her side just as long as she has the stuff to back it up what she's
Yeah.
saying.
There are
So
like
sh-
gold
so she's on the
accents
fence.
that Morgan wears that you can see as complimentary to like the fact that like like Emma's purple aspects of her aren't also that obvious at first glance either.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like you would think that Emma is against her, but they're trying to figure it out together.
Yeah.
Also,
And like the purple for Emma isn't the well as mentioned, like it's not as prominent compared to like Morgan's like red hair and like the
Yeah.
red under lining of her blazer.
mm-hmm,
Oh, she,
So it's like they're like subtly like at odds, but also subtly like not too far off either.
Yeah.
Everything's very muted with Emma, which is why she's hard to read for someone like Morgan.
Yes, you get me. Thank you, Kay.
Yes. My background in art direction is very real here.
Interesting.
Hey.
You can also contrast, for example, Emma being very hard to read, and her being in like neutral / muted colors, compared to Sarah, who is, you know, our cute little edamame, like tangerine girl.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take advantage of this rare bit of privacy. Clear the air.
You're here to ask about Sarah, yes? As I said before, I had no idea that Dr. Asher had been building an android on his private property. And I can say here and now that no one at Noble Electronics ever suspected that he was working to undermine the Tenet framework.
She's trying to sound candid in her tone, but she's choosing her words with a surgeon's scalpel. Was she coached? Also, I want to showcase the first draft versus final design for Emma in VA chat room. Is that the truth? Or is that your statement as VP of Android Futures?
She was so cute in the first draft! Also giving me very much what's her face from Soul Eater.
Oh.
The girl with the scythe.
oh, that's Corona.
Krona, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I
Very
thought
much
Corona.
close
No,
vibes.
Corona isn't Corona the one with the my blood is black, you know, kind of like thing.
Yeah, it flips back and forth
Isn't her
between
name- wait, no,
it's
no, I think
male
you're-
in the anime, female in the manga.
I thought. Wait, no, I think
Ah.
you're thinking of is it Mako?
Maka.
Mako.
Maka, yeah.
Maka. Yeah.
Maka.
Maka.
I think she had either purple or pink hair. Or
Maka
they-
was blonde.
Yeah, Corona's the one with
Corona.
like the
Corona.
Yeah, Corona's the one with like the
Corona's
the sword. It's
purple.
also kind of like a stand kind of situation going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maka's the main character. The main character.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
When
Yeah,
you said
Maka's
side,
the-
I thought of manga. My bad.
Mhm.
It's both,
They both
of
have-
course.
It is interesting. And also interesting to notice that like our character has a much more like prim and proper kind of look with their like more professional like business suit, and then M over here is more casual like design looking, very much more lax and like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Dr. Asher was always more than happy to hold himself up and work independently. We both know that.
True. He could be pretty reclusive. I'm sure it caused all kinds of headaches, him disappearing on you all like that. Must have been especially difficult when he came back with breakthroughs that propelled Noble to the top of the industry.
You should take a seat. If that's everyone, shall we begin?
Friendly bunch.
Is there a problem with the sound? Anyone got muted by accident?
No.
We can probably just popcorn this with like if they talk at all.
If they do.
If they
They
do.
probably won't.
More than likely not.
Okay. Thanks for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm actually a bit flustered having you all show up here. I didn't expect to talk to anyone higher up than a service associate.
It's the council. Hang up on them. I'm just kidding.
God.
I don't think anyone would get that unless they played Mass Effect. Sorry.
Oh God.
You're investigating. You got it. You're investigating the death of Dr. David Asher. Why wouldn't we take that seriously? I love the turn to green. Ooh, that's so good. Oh, love that.
Yeah. Because you want me to go away.
You want to know what the change of colors reminds me of whenever they do that? It reminds me of certain shots, and I think Suba will get this. It reminds me a lot of certain like shots in JoJo, like whenever they would change the color certain parts, like certain different
Oh, yeah.
like in action
Yeah.
sequences. It reminds me a lot.
That happened a
Yeah.
lot more during part 2.
Part 2 especially had that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Morgan
So, yeah.
Esquire.
Also, I posted some more early
Yeah.
design drafts and
Thank
videos.
you
in that
for
room.
these. I love these.
They are very cool looking.
Yes,
honestly.
I also did send me a line, by the way.
I'm still having trouble with the process of the fact that this game was made by basically just a team of 4 people.
I know,
Very
it's so
impressive.
good.
It's so impressive.
Apparently here's the thing. From what their update they recently posted on Steam, because I got that's how I found out about the update. Apparently they have the entire script for the game ready to go. It's just one snag. There's one single snag keeping them from like getting it all like ready to go.
Hmm.
Assets, like backgrounds.
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like
okay,
that.
that makes sense.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they need-
better that they actually have the full script and they're just working on like
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that versus like us waiting 5 million years because they're like working on the draft for 5 million years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also makes for a better cohesive story eventually.
Yeah.
True.
At least half of you do. The others aren't sure yet.
You must be confused. The board is, as always, united in its decisions and its visions for the direction of this company.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, for the company.
For the company.
The company.
We love the company.
A board of directors is just 13 roulette rolling psychopaths who get together and vote on whether or not to execute their CEO every 6 months.
Honestly.
None of them would be where they are if they were anything else. But I happen to know what kind of person... But I happen to know how that kind of person thinks. The way I see it, there are 2 possible outcomes. Option 1. You oppose me. shut me out completely, stonewall me, stall me, and wait for me to walk into trial, so unprepared and ill-informed that I inevitably lose. Obviously, I don't like this option. But you can't be big fans of it either. If I lose, the world will learn that David Asher was killed by an android he programmed. And that every customer you've ever had, and every lawyer they've ever seen on TV, and every firebrand, strapping young 60-year-old junior senator looking to make a name for themselves will use your company balance sheet as their personal chew toy.
The company is more than capable of.
After which the state still might just gobble you whole and throw down enough sanctions to deperson whomever among you cries no fair.
Whomst ever.
Sanctions!
Whomst.
Share, stock.
That is entirely possible.
It's an art form.
Hey, someone pass the popcorn. I'm kind of hungry here.
No, we're out of dip.
The company
No.
and its allies at the capital can more than fend for themselves.
Yes, probably, but not definitely. Which makes it a gamble.
And Morgan loves the gamble.
Yeah.
Still my turn to talk? And on to option 2. You cooperate with me. I use what you give me, or forge for me, to win at trial, proving that David wasn't killed by an android. When the markets open tomorrow morning, you all get another round of stock buybacks on the initial dip. And pat yourselves on the back for staying calm as you continue to profit off David's legacy for the next 100 years. And you won't even have to worry about him speaking out of turn.
That's only if you win. If the company cooperates with you, denies that David was killed by, and the state beats you anyway, it would be catastrophic.
Yeah, it's a gamble. But if at least some of your board wasn't considering taking it, I wouldn't be here.
Hey, does anyone have a thing I can? Anyone have spare credit card? I would need to buy more gotcha balls for my forget shit.
Oh no. I just used all mine.
No.
Is Jane Doe back yet?
Sorry.
No, she has
No.
Yeah, they skipped her bed a while ago. I haven't seen her in 3 years.
Yeah, sorry.
Start today.
We're all busy people, and I hate to drive a wedge between such a close-knit group of friends. So how about this?
I'm gonna cause problems
Option
on
3.
purpose.
Hedge your bets.
What?
Put a little on black and a little on red. Spread the love and lower your risk profile. Don't make any statements about the trial. Tell the media the state's got your windpipe in a vice. Wait until just before the markets open Monday morning to send out your PR packages for rubber stamping. After you already know who's won.
Ah, so like buy the needle at the last possible minute to but not only hedge whoever wins, but also spin it in there in a profitable way for them.
Yep.
One way or another, this trial will be over before the end of the day, and you'll never hear from me again.
Which casino game is that?
So
you bet
just
on
don't
what?
shut me out completely for another a few hours.
Sorry, I was trying to remember which casino game that was, where you either bet on a number, bet on red or black, and then it's a ball
Roulette.
that goes in a little roulette
Roulette.
table.
So,
Roulette? That's
roulette.
literally what
Roulette.
it
You
is.
literally
Roulette.
said
Yeah.
literally roulette. Also, so
Lamau.
you think they're gonna kiss and make purple soon or what?
That's not,
I've been
not what
waiting
Wild
for
said.
forever.
That's
We
not what
bet
Wild said.
$5. That's our last $5.
Oh no.
Wilden said no. So when are they gonna scissor and make purple?
Yeah.
Scissor and make purple.
Scissoring.
And does anyone second that motion?
Hang on, let me just hang on. I have an idea. Where is the? I have a response for this. Let me just where the frick is it? There it is.
Oh.
Oh.
Ugh.
Ah. Ah.
Very well.
Also, we could have had just Kay do the freaking like Animal Crossing noises for that, and would have worked just as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
We can answer some of your questions, counselor.
Better make them count then. No reason to be shy now. The poison that killed David Asher has been identified as syntonin. You're familiar?
It's one of our many patent materials, as I recall.
You recalled it pretty easily yesterday. Gee, what's changed?
I'm surrounded. But intellectual property law can be very complex, counselor. I'm not sure how much I or anyone at the company could tell you about serotonin at this time.
Well, if you can't tell me about it, who could? You did lead its development, didn't you?
Yes, I oversaw the project, which just makes it that much harder to speak freely without compromising the confidentiality of the teams that reported to me.
Mm-hmm.
AKA Asher made it, and yeah. She took... Wait, didn't she literally say that? Is that Asher was the one who made it, but since... No.
That was about.
No.
I think that was just about. Like,
that
the
was for the CEO shit.
Yeah, that was for the CEO stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure that was for like the general
I
idea
know.
of like the breakthrough for the AI. Oh, not the AI, but the robots in the first place.
Yeah. I don't know. I know what you are. A lesbian.
Why is the logo?
Let's
in
be
the middle-
honest.
Why
You
is
know.
the logo in the middle right here just the freaking SCP logo?
Right?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You're not supposed to notice that detail. Move on.
Well, I would, but I'm waiting for the line.
I understand. That sounds like bullshit and I don't believe it.
Because it is.
But I'm not asking for trade secrets here. It's a perfect match for the only foreign substance found in his blood. Serotonin is what killed him. The state will say the same.
That's not possible.
Care to elaborate?
You wanna run that by us again?
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more at this time.
Oh, how convenient.
So much for cooperating.
Which means that you'll have to get her to cooperate in court.
And if I were to ask you as an officer of the court?
Then I would have to ask you to be patient and wait until this afternoon. ADA Rockford has already called me to testify.
Oh, perfect. We'll see you
Convenient.
soon then.
Alrighty. Oh my god, I'm shrimping. Hold on. This pose. Damn it. I got cocky because of the cops' late arrival.
Damn!
Oh, that's some good. That's a good art. Actually, wasn't that the art? Yeah, that was the screenshot that was like for the news update that I read earlier about like the
Yes.
Splatoon Beyond updates. Also, thank you for shrimping.
Yeah, thank you for
Thanks for
your
unshrimping. Oh,
Much appreciated.
Little scrimp, stop shrimping.
Yeah, scrimp.
but I can't help it. It's my natural form.
Yeah, we know.
We gotta flatten you like tempura.
No!
Yeah.
Jeez.
Also, the adjutant. Emma must have gone straight for the throat first thing this morning and left the investigating for later. Hell,
There she
knowing
is. I
her,
love her.
She
Yeah.
probably managed to ID the Syntonium before she went to bed last night. So, are we still having this conversation then?
As I said, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
But I have to take more than
Damn.
just my personal feelings into consideration here. There's a great deal at stake.
Corporate speak for you're too stupid to understand why I'm being dense. She's just trying to shield the company, plain and simple.
For the company.
The company. Replace all the sound only backgrounds with just like the freaking a model of the face of the guys from Lethal Company, just like the guys in the gas masks
Yeah.
and orange shoots.
LARPing as Helen Jeanne d'Arc on a crusade against government overreach. But if she's that busy defending Noble, she might be leaving herself unguarded. Why is she here anyway? Why am I speaking to her and not her lawyers?
That's a very good question.
That's right. This is a vulnerable position for her. She wouldn't put herself in check like this. Not unless she was forced. So that's it. Acting as their mouthpiece isn't some honor for her.
Maybe saving
That's
real
her
fast.
punishment.
She's the scapegoat.
Yes, that's her punishment. This is a punishment.
Nice!
She is being
Nice.
used as a meat shield. They're upset with her. Perhaps even suspicious of her.
Which they have every fucking right to be.
Time to find out why. Ooh,
Hmm.
the will.
The wheel. Do we have
What was in the will, actually?
We have it.
Yeah, it's probably
David's
in there.
journal, David's autopsy.
Oh, the will says that basically he entrusts Sarah to us.
Right. There's that.
And I don't remember what else was on there, but I think that was like pretty much it. So that's kind of interesting that he would give it to us, who like was barely. We're his friend. We're not his friend like that. Not compared to Jung.
Hmm.
So why would he trust his?
Maybe
tech?
he would rather keep her away, keep Sarah away from like people that actually know how like she is and know how to like because the thing about you have to realize the reason David made Sarah the whole thing about the David making Sarah in the first place was just him wanting to make something. He didn't want to profit off it. He doesn't want her to be used as a profit margin for like this company.
Yeah, propriety
Yes.
information.
But then that's kind of like the point I'm getting at, where it's like, you know, even though Helen has been a long time friend of him and colleague and whatnot, the fact that he still doesn't trust her enough to, you know,
I think
he left this with his personal project in hopes that like, in spite of their background together, is kind of like,
well, you also have to remember that she's the CEO of the company, and that if she has like suddenly a new Android, like that would get seen and noticed really fast.
Yeah, the vested interests and proprietary information being swapped is.
And that information would bleed into the company, and they would result in like Noble getting more like out of it as a result, which David clearly did not wanted to avoid doing.
Mhm. So it could be kind of seen as a protection again for her, but also it's a protection for Sarah, of course.
Yeah, I think it was just to protect Sarah and the AIs he created. I think is what it was more than anything, really.
Yeah. It had never gone anywhere. It's still in a safety deposit box. We'll retrieve it and have it read once all the unknowns surrounding his death have been made into knowns.
So David's will hasn't even become part of the equation yet? It might not be for weeks at this rate. Is that calculated, though?
I would stay.
Yeah, at this point, there's no reason to press on that one.
Jealousy.
That is true. There could be some jealousy involved in there somewhere.
I have to admit, I'm surprised you aren't more shaken up today, Miss Jung.
I'm processing.
After all, you and David did have a history. You started at the same time, didn't you?
Yes, we were colleagues and cordial with one another.
Press.
Just colleagues? Just colleagues that you would just go over to his house and start drinking with him out of the blue? Don't be so modest. You helped him create the 1-point doctrine that saved the company.
That is a gross exaggeration. Noble is far too large an organization to be affected by the contributions of any single individual.
Suppose you're right. No one person could change Noble's fortunes overnight. Except for David Asher, of course. But he was a once-in-a-generation talent. The guy Noble chose for the advertisements, and the one they commissioned editorials about. Sorry, you're right. I should have equated the two of you. I just hope his 1-point doctrine doesn't fall out of favor now that he's gone.
Yes, well, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Well, she didn't exactly explode with rage, but she definitely reacted. There's real jealousy there. Whether it ever boiled over, though? David and Noble?
Yeah, honestly,
I don't think Sarah would be brought up at all.
Yeah.
No, because I don't think she knows that she knew about Sarah until recently. She was just confused about her as when yeah, I think that was genuinely confusion. Let's just stick with David and Noble.
I didn't mean to pry about your relationship with David, or lack thereof. I suppose I'm just curious about his standing inside Noble as a whole.
David Asher was, and always will be, an outstanding contributor to the company's forward progress.
The company.
Nothing will ever change that.
Not even if he was killed by one of his own creations?
That would, of course, be a tragic element that would call for reconsideration of his legacy.
She was almost off guard there. Like she was surprised for me to be asking about Sarah ruining his reputation.
Press.
Did David ever ever anger?
Ever anger the board?
Curious, but okay.
I'm
feel like, honestly,
more than likely he did.
has. He probably has.
He probably has.
Besides Sarah, David's reputation was crystal clean. He never went against the company once. Did he?
That's...
Unless I'm mistaken and he and Noble were on bad terms. In that case, I might get the impression that some parts of leadership were actually glad to see him taken off the chessboard.
That is not...
Something buzzing in your ear?
Tinnitus, maybe?
Fine.
Me too.
I suppose it makes no difference if you hear it now, or at the trial, or on your feet tomorrow. Dr.
Hey.
David Asher was being sued by the company for breach of contract.
Oof.
Satisfied?
Now we're talking. Well then, I suppose that's...
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
Jack Black.
Jack is back.
He was being sued?
Yeah. So
Maybe
you couldn't have mentioned this breach of contract earlier. Probably not sue yet, but final
Does
warning.
this have to do with? Did they find out about the AI stuff earlier? No, wait.
No,
That
I don't
doesn't-
think they found out about the AI stuff.
I don't think it's the AI stuff, but
that
he
would
was
have been a
using,
much
like,
bigger explosion, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
What were they suing him about then?
Not without
After all,
complicating the
refills are
company's
free.
position unnecessarily. No.
Thank you for the hydration.
Thank
for
you.
the
Thank
hydrating.
you.
I need
But
more
there's no
water.
hiding it at this point. It'll all come soon enough.
There's a paper trail?
Much more than that. We'd been making moves to let him go for some time.
Noble Electronics parting ways with David Asher? Must have been one hell of a breach of contract. What did he do?
He betrayed the confidence of the board.
In what regard?
Was he contesting the suit? Putting up a fight? Engaging in a legal battle against a mega corporation without even telling me?
I like how this is the part that Morgan takes issue with. Like, that idiot was in a
You
legal fight
bitch.
with these guys, and he couldn't have he didn't think to hire me, a lawyer. That bitch.
To be
Yeah.
fair, we're not a
Recently?
prosecutor.
Yes.
You mean until he died? How recently?
We spoke on Friday.
That was what you two talked about in his parlor?
No, this was earlier in the day. We were in this room, actually. Him, me, and several members of our legal department. It was an arbitration.
And did
Arbiter?
you come to an agreement?
What? A compromise.
What?
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing, Butters, using company's resources to make it unregistered AI.
He would resign from his position in 2 quarters, foregoing royalties on any products we would develop after the next 24 months.
I guess that would make sense. Like, I mean, to be fair, he would be using those assets to make those AIs in the first place. That would make sense.
Yeah. So he was stealing stuff.
He was using like he was basically creating things on his own time on his own time on their time with their equipment, basically.
Yeah. In exchange, he wouldn't be publicly fired, and he would still be credited on all past, present, and future filings.
How very reasonable. On paper, maybe. No matter what the deal was, letting go of David Asher is insanity.
Reasonable. Yes, we ended on a good note, I'd like to think. We shook hands. Even took a photo.
Yeah, that looks
That's terrifying.
lovely.
Uh,
Something funny? Didn't know the board told jokes.
They don't. That was legal, expressing their displeasure with how much paperwork my good note ending left them stuck with. Children. It was just one night of overtime.
So while they were spending their Friday night blowing the ink dry, you paid a visit to David's penthouse.
do one more save.
Good idea.
Good idea.
Just be sure.
Something left unfinished?
Professionally, it was a good meeting. There was no yelling, no finger pointing. Much cleaner than expected. But Dr. Asher did not want to retire. Arbitration. David Asher met with Helen Jung and a team of notable lawyers to set the terms of his resignation the afternoon before he died. Jung set up the meeting and controlled every aspect, from the refreshments to the timing, in line with co-workers' descriptions of her detail-oriented personality. He didn't want to be forced out of the company when he was the one who... when he had contributed so much.
Still sore about-
Contributed.
Uh-huh. You know, like acting like he wasn't one of the ones who founded the thing.
I didn't enjoy doing that to him, so I came over that night to apologize to him. We talked, reminisced. When he brought out the drinks, I thought we would be toasting to a new day. A few minutes later, he was dead. Because of that AI.
That AI. Any idea how it came to be?
As I said, I had no idea he was working on it.
My question was more broad than that. If you really believe David built an AI, how do you think he did it? How does Noble Electronics think he managed to work around the tenants?
It's quite beyond my area of expertise.
Don't be so modest.
And no... and no one at the company could call themselves an expert in illegal technology. But some in the R&D department have theorized that he created what they call a wax-wane decaying priority loop, which, as I understand, is an unstable, resource-intensive, theoretical method of pseudo-randomizing the weight among present tenants.
5 times fast, go.
No.
Well, about as far off target as it gets with that guess.
Honestly, yeah.
But that kind of inelegant brute force nonsense seems a far cry from the kind of thing David would create. And I seem to have taken us over our allotted time slot.
But I didn't even get to wave goodbye.
Love Morgan. You're serious about this trial?
Don't I look it?
You're not just making it a play. You're actually going to defend that thing.
I'm just defending myself, Miss Jung.
Oh, yes, of course you are. My mistake.
I hoped you might be rooting for me, to tell you the truth. I may yet save everyone's stock options.
The
In this
stock
economy?
options will be alright either
The
way.
stonks.
In this
The
economy.
stonks.
In this economy.
They always are.
Stonks. Stonks.
That gamble I offered your board. Which outcome would you bet on?
Finally, an easy question. What I would bet is that whether the outcome, the company will eat it. Wait. What I would bet is that whatever the outcome, the company will eat it up and shit it out with very little difficulty. You painted an ugly picture back there, but I've already seen the future. And it's just another marketing gimmick. The great Dr. Asher, too smart, too bold, too far ahead of his time. What spark of his genius remains buried in the inspired animate 19?
I guess it depends on.
You were exactly right. He is more valuable to Noble as a dead man. Dead men can't step out of line, or put their foot in their mouth, or hold politically inconvenient opinions. To a good salesperson, a dead man is just another selling point. Pardon my outburst. I'm just tired. It's been a very long week for me.
I'll let you prepare for your afternoon then, Dr. Jung.
No one calls me doctor. I asked them not to.
Very well, Doctor.
You didn't want the title?
Doctor,
At times
doctor,
I have thought very little of it. The PhD I earned from a Noble-owned school.
Biochemistry. It could have been a large department at Noble before they start work on warm androids in earnest. He probably didn't have many expectations for the program back when she was part of it.
But I was proud of it when I first got it.
Something changed?
It never seemed to catch on. People didn't use it, so eventually I told people not to use it. A very high IQ social power play. You understand.
David never insisted that people use it either.
That's very different, and I think you know it. David Asher didn't have to.
2:50 p.m. July 2nd.
Misogyny!
Misogyny.
Oh, so we're just going into the trial in a second, aren't we?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going into this trial very well prepared because based on everything we've had so far. No problem whatsoever.
Do we think this is a
Okay.
good part to call?
I think so, but I'm also curious.
I'm also curious.
I am as well.
And or
But it
cliffhanger.
is a good cliffhanger, and I hate you for it.
Yeah.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Cliffhanger. He's hanging from a cliff, and that's why he's
The little
called.
scrimp crumbles.
I
Yes.
do think this, I mean, I don't know how much longer there is left. But if
How
it's-
much do we have left of the whole first episode?
I don't know.
No, we're actually at the final, basically, act of episode 1.
Cool. So that can be, this can be like the last thing this could be saved for next Tuesday then. We can like fit that all into one big go around.
Technically, yes. I want to say technically because, like, when I look at this timeline, it looks super small, but I also don't know how much dialogue is in between each segment.
We also could very well just be mucking around like our usual selves, so there's that too.
Yep.
Also, I have no idea when the wind is gonna kill the power again. So
That
Better
is
be
fair.
safe
Good
than
old
sorry.
Texas air.
I would hopefully like to do this again whenever like things have calmed down around here and it's not like a risk of power surge happening out of nowhere. So there's that too.
Go home, go bed. In the wind.
Who can we go read? Is anybody else playing this? Let me see.
It's just like either you have the cliffhanger now, or you start going through the trial, and then it's just like, and the true culprit behind this was.
Find out next time.
It just cuts out due to the
Son of
wind,
the
and then
devil
you're just on your own.
balls.
Yeah, I
Oh my
know.
God.
God, that would be so obnoxious.
Mhm.
It's amazing that's lasted this long. I know, right? Let me send you guys over to who do I have that I could rate? That could be just a quick click.
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Sorry, no, I'm looking at somebody else's art.
Who to go read, if anybody.
Frey, go start shooting right now. Okay.
I have plans for Friday's stream when I do my VTuber model, but aside from that, no, I don't really have anything going on.
Neat. Anyway,
Ooh.
thank you all for joining us for tonight. We'll see you guys Thursday for more FGO shenanigans. Y'all have a good night. Talk to you later. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
See you next Tuesday for what will be the finale of this. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
No.